I don't care to think what they'll do to you if they catch you. Shit John does to you. To get you to say yes.
I've been marked by John, too. They come for me, I'm taking them with me to hell.
John's the baby of the Seed family. His brothers turn a blind eye to his more sadistic indulgences.
It's up to you to save Deputy Hudson. We can't even save ourselves.
Joseph's pissed the hell off. I hear John's sweating like a piggy.
You got baptized. Was there something in that water? I'd be worried, pal.
Only way to get into John's bunker is to be taken there. Kidnapped. Or, invited.
John's on edge 'cause his brother-father is getting cranky. What a fucked up sibling relationship those two got.
All this could have been avoided if only a mid-level cable channel gave the Seed family the reality show they deserved.
I want to see Joseph give John a spanking.
I heard people formed a real resistance. When I was down in the bunker, I thought I was a goner. At least now there's a chance for us to make it out of this place.
Joseph doesn't like it when his family goes off book.
John's got a singular mind. Dug up from a serial killer's grave, but still singular.
Burning my goddamn crops. You know how much work and time and sweat out of my life they're just burning away?
We got cocky. John's gonna feed us our hubris, and then the skin off our backs for all I know. Jacob was messed up, sure, but he's nothing compared to his little brother John.
If John tattooed me, I'd let him cut the skin off. Scar's easier to explain than a tattoo.
Eden's Gate wants you. Wants you real bad, like a new video game.
Hey, if you can kill Jacob's seed, maybe you can get John's seed too.
John's baying for blood. Thinks he's gonna hand-deliver us to the rapture.
You feel any different after being baptized? You don't look any different.
You can't wriggle out of John's grip. He marks you, he gets you. That's it.
I respect anyone who picked up a gun to defend their land.
I don't think you're gonna see your partner again. No one comes back from the bunker.
Christ, they're looking for you. And you're just walking around, huh? Okay then.
Jacob was an example of how a vet can go bad without any help. Still glad he's dead, of course.
Joseph's mad and John's taking the flak for it. Good. I hope he stresses himself the fuck to death.
Such a bad idea to only have one key to the bunker's prison. John could just toss it away whenever.
John's no better than his brother's dog. And we all know what needs doing to a mad dog.
Deputy Hudson came all the way out here with you to help us. Breaks my heart she's in John's clutches. All that stuff we knew the cult was doing in secret, well, they're doing it out in the open now. You gotta stop them.
The things John does to break you down, to get his yes from your lips. Pray he never gets you.
I'm glad for you and all, for escaping the bunker, but not everybody did. We can't leave him.
Did you get tattooed? That's fucking grim. I'm sorry.
The seeds have infested all of Hope County. We need to burn them out, root and branch. Good job with Jacob.
Cards are falling out of John's deck, if you know what I mean. He's gonna freaking lose it soon.
Everyone John takes dies or they're in his bunker. But you're the prodigal child now, ain't you?
If Pastor Jerome saw fit to save you and bring you into the fold, I won't question it.
You keep escaping danger. At least God's looking out for someone.
If the Peggies take Falls End, then the whole valley is fucked.
John doesn't just mark people with a sin, but their houses too. You can see his calling cards all over the valley.
The cult drove up to my house in trucks and emptied it in front of me. All I could do was watch them take everything I ever had.
There must be a reason John almost drowns people in the baptisms. It's a power play, but there's more to it.
John's gonna make us atone for our sins, huh? Well, I've read my Bible, and I know only God can judge me.
The Peggies lost faith? I'm sorry. I can't help it. She was such an awful, ugly person.
John's sloppy. We just gotta keep our heads and he'll crack up completely, right?
You met John and Joseph in person? I do not envy you, at all.
John's gonna try and fuck us all up if no one stops him dead. Like dead.
Well, the violence sucks, but marking people? Little home videos to make you sweat before they come for you? That's fucked.
You know they're looking for you, right? Awfully ballsy walking around out in the open.
I don't suppose...
When you were in the bunker, you saw... No, forget it. I don't want to know.
I heard what happens in the atonement. I almost hope Deputy Hudson doesn't live long enough for it to happen to her.
I tried to ram one of the Colt's roadblocks when they first popped up. Barely got away with the skin on my back.
Fate Seed was the stuff of nightmares. John ain't much better, but at least I know you got experience.
The fate of all those people who are buried in those bunkers rests on what we do next.
Sending you a video PSA before they kidnap you is psychological warfare. You know, before the actual warfare. If there's a slow boat to Crazy Town, John's on it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
We should get Hudson back ASAP. If one deputy is doing us so much good, imagine what it would be like to have two.
They marked my dog, and I never saw her again. What kind of monsters take a little dog?
What if you just played dead when they baptized you? Would they throw you away or try CPR and make it real awkward?
God bless Mary May. She's the only one with the balls to fight back against John.
We gotta crack open John's bunker and get those people out of there. He's got my fucking sister.
John marked me and then he cleansed me. But I don't feel clean, Deputy.
Oh, God. Did he tattoo you? Fuck. I can't imagine someone doing that to me against my will.
Don't say yes. John does things that'll make you say it, but you resist. You hear me?
Those cult maniacs are out for your neck in a bad way.
Don't let John kill your partner, okay? He's taken so much from us. We won't let him take someone from you.
Be careful out there. John's already got Deputy Hudson. We don't need you gone, too.
I hope you see your partner again. It ain't likely. I'll be straight with you, but I'm praying for him.
I don't know how one man can be so inescapable. It's like a fucking squid monster or something.
Was John dead behind the eyes when you met him? It's not my imagination. There's no soul back there.
Now, people think they can take on the cult all by themselves. Fools.
Everyone's talking about how you dealt with Jacob, Deputy. Fires us up to take on John Seed.
Deputy Hudson's one of the bravest police officers I've ever seen. She'll survive this. She's got to.
Burning our crop fields is the most petty and dramatic thing. Bunch of idiots.
It's all scare tactics. They got no authority to pull cars over or take our shit, but we're still in hiding.
A goddamn miracle you're not in Joseph's bunker right now. My girl gets hauled away, but you? No, you're free as a bird.
Watch your ass. Eden's Gate's out to skin you alive and wear you like a prize.
Can you walk through walls? Because I hear you escaped the bunker and there's no other explanation in my mind.
What were those Seed brothers like? Can't imagine there's anything like a healthy sibling rivalry going on there. You're marked. It's okay, it's okay. He's marked me too. And I'm still here, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Peggies were about to get me when they started dropping like flies. Must have been Grace Armstrong picking them off from afar.
Airplanes make this shit biblical. Rains of fire and all that.
John and the Peggies are taking everything and everyone that ain't nailed down. Even then, they just come with crowbars.
I heard there's no spare key for the bunker prison. Just one for John. Control freak.
If John tattooed you, I know a guy with a laser out of town. When this all ends, he can zap it right off.
The cult's got your Deputy Hudson. Now they want you. Like they're collecting a set.
Seeing the fields burn was when I finally realized they want us dead. They want us all ashes.
You're marked. My kid got marked by John. Got a video and everything. He was 17. Still gone.
Hey, just be glad it's your chest, not your forehead, right?
John's a bona fide nutjob. I heard after the baptisms, he makes jerky out of your flesh to last through their collapse.
Not like John was the peak of sanity before, but he's going straight up cuckoo bananas with all you're doing.
It's like they want to start their apocalypse themselves, setting the landscape on fire.
If they find you, they're gonna crucify you. Or something less ironic, but you know.
Goddamned airplane destroyed my house. Cowardly shit stain.
I don't remember what John did. He got a yes out of me. Gonna carry that shame to my fucking grave.
The cult's creaming their jeans for a chance to take you down. You be careful. We need you.
Unhinged people like John are impossible to predict. Fight smart.
John sent his thugs out through the whole valley, taking everything that isn't nailed down.
The cult's not just taking gas or livestock. They're taking people. Whole families are just disappearing.
John's people baptized me. Called it a cleansing. I thought I was going to drown.
I can't imagine what Deputy Hudson's going through. I hope she's gonna be okay.
John wants us to feel like there's no escape. He sends you that video, and there's nothing can stop him from hauling you away after that.
Jerome saved my boy from John, and he gave John a yes. Won't say what John did to get it, no matter how many times I've asked.
I never want to see John or Joseph with my naked eyes. Let him stay a boogeyman story.
I wonder how many other secret bunkers there are in the county. Joseph procured a whole missile silo and no one saw.
My daughter knocked a piggy on his ass when they came for our stuff. Christ, let her still be alive somewhere.
That cult's so-called father says he's trying to save our souls. I, don't feel super safe right now.
I have a lot of pity for Faith. Joseph is the true monster, manipulating that young woman into a weapon.
John's taken people from all of us, including you. Being united by grief's a silver lining, ain't it?
No one trapped in that bunker will ever walk free while John's alive.
Who buys a fleet of airplanes? It's like they think there's no tomorrow. Oh.
It's okay if John tattooed you. No one has to know. You can't even tell by looking at you.
Used to love driving. Eden's Gate just takes away everything, huh?
Everything Deputy Hudson's going through, our people are going through too. We save one, we save them all.
Burning fields when you're supposed to be preparing for the apocalypse is pretty hypocritical.
You know when you miss a step on the stairs? I feel that. But like, constantly.
Gonna take a long while for those poor souls in Henbane River to put the pieces of their lives back together.
There's a manhunt out for you, so to speak. Cover your tracks.
You got a pal in John's bunker? We sympathize. For you, it's your coworker. For us, it's our flesh and blood.
Being occupied by the cult was the most un-American thing ever. Still happening in America, though.
Having the cult breathing down our necks is even worse than when the government does it.
A bunker is a terrible place to be. I hope Deputy Hudson's not in there long.
John's people use a drug in all their rituals. They call it the bliss.
Mary May and Pastor Jerome are doing everything they can to keep Falls and free from the cult. But they're gonna need help.
The cult tattooed sloth on my chest. It hurts like hell. They do the same thing to everyone they get their hands on.
The cult has these super soldiers called the Chosen. They patrol the skies and attack any resistance they see.
I never thought the county would come together, but it looks for all the world like you're making it.
John still got people way down in that hole. Your people, our people, too many for my liking.
Dangerous, ignorant, and fucking wasteful to go burn in our fields. They can burn in hell themselves.
Faith getting dead was no small feat, but John's a mountain himself.
Eden's Gate burned my field, and I never knew I could feel so angry and so helpless, all at once.
Roadblocks and ID checking. I fought a war so my family doesn't have to live in a fucking war zone.
Can I forgive Faith for the horrors she caused? I don't know if I'm that big a person.
They're breaking our family's gravestones as scare tactics. How shallow is that? Fuck.
Hard to trust in God these days. Eden's Gate is so convinced he's on their side. But I sure as hell ain't.
I was lucky enough to get away after my baptism, and Deputy Hudson wasn't. Don't seem fair in the grand scheme of things.
You're driving John squirrely. I can just tell.
We're gonna get Hudson out. We could use another ass-kicker running around on our side.
Jacob was the military arm of Father Joseph's cult. With them destroyed, the rest of us have a chance.
I heard how you killed Jacob up north. Is it still killing if it's a public service?
When Hope County takes a blow, we rally. When the cult takes a blow, well, they start acting like babies.
John keeps the only key to my family on him at all times. What if that idiot loses it? Jesus.
Faith's nightmares were fucked up, but they weren't real. John's torture? Very real.
I hope I die before I ever have to meet John in person. Wait, I don't like the sound of that.
Hope you treat John with the same decorum you gave Jacob up north.
John's got one of your people. He's got my girl, too. He better eat a bullet before I feed him one.
You thought Jacob was bad. John's a piece of work I wouldn't wish on anyone.
I think John's following me in my dreams now. I just can't fucking escape.
We gotta get your Deputy Hudson safe. Like getting a king at the end of a checkers board.
John's losing his marbles, and that makes him 100 times more dangerous. You got everyone in Hope County grabbing their guns and hitting the freaking street. The roads are like war zones. My truck's not made for off-roading. Can't get anywhere now.
Holland Valley is being torn apart by John Seed. But if his big brother Jacob is done for, then maybe we've got a chance.
God, you'd think taking a whole town wouldn't be as easy as taking candy from the corner store.
The Cougars are rebuilding in the east now that Faith is gone. You did good, hon.
I'd sooner believe Pastor Jerome hears the word of God than that father freak.
Lot of rumors coming down from the Whitetail Mountains about Jacob's fall. We gotta cowboy up and do our part now.
The shared joy of knowing a man you hate is suffering is so pure. John's pain is all of our pleasure.
Did the baptism change you? I don't even know how to tell. Something smells about that water.
Your Deputy Hudson is a fighter, but even champion fighters get tired. We gotta get her out.
I didn't think the resistance would come to anything, but maybe we'll be a force to be reckoned with after all.
What he's done to you, he's doing to everybody else. Kidnapping, torture. Only they didn't get a chance to escape.
Something real oppressive about stopping a driver to check their ID. It's a complete power trip.
After you're marked for baptism and dunked into the fucking river, John drags you to his bunker. God save us from whatever he does in there.
If Jacob's seed can be taken apart, maybe we can fight these bastards and win.
Everything Hudson's going through, the baptism, the confession, the atonement, our people have gone through too. It's awful.
It's a matter of time. John will find you. Just be ready when he does.
Anyone who says we need to hear the cult side of the argument needs to be punched in the fucking brains.
Blast those Peggies out of the fucking sky. They're gonna fly around in planes? You give every one of them a crash landing.
When I heard you got Jacob nice and dead, I almost went north immediately. No, John's not gonna take the valley from me.
How in sweet Christ did you not get taken to John's bunker? We get caught? End of the line. But you?
We have to murder John. He's got the key to my mama's release. He locked her up. He's gotta die.
They keep burning the fields like they are, they're gonna have the whole county up in flames.
Jacob was nothing compared to John. You gotta take him down, just like his brother.
Pastor Jerome got me free of John. Not before my atonement, though. After that, well, I sometimes wish he hadn't saved me at all.
They're closing in. I feel like a rat in a cage with the roads cut off.
I've been marked for a while now, but I'll die before I let John come and take me.
Every time you meet with John, you come away with scars.
Deputy Hudson's tough, but that's not gonna be enough to survive in John's bunker.
Mary May's busted her ass to hold Fall's End together. But I don't know how much longer she can hold out.
John keeps some kind of key around his neck. I bet it leads into his bunker.
If you could kill a creepy flower ghost, I think you can take down John Seed.
I could never do what you do. I could try, but I'd trip over my own feet halfway through.
Word is that the North is rebuilding. Good work, Deputy.
Roadblocks are really just for show. Most cars can blow through them crates and pickups, no prob.
The only sin I committed was loving my country too much. That and pet fraud.
America. Everyone's got an asshole that deserves to be heard. Like an opinion. Shit, I said that out of order.
They won't break Deputy Hudson. She's got fire in her belly. I can tell.
I lost too many people to the bliss. Thank you for ending, Faith.
What kind of snot-nosed, fearful little shits bully people with airplanes?
John's really declared war now. I don't know what to call where we were before, but this is far worse. Folk around here got a habit of hoarding shit in bunkers. I bet if you look around some, you'll stumble upon some violent little treats.
I thought I could get around the roadblocks by going off-road, but I ran into a fucking bear instead. What are the chances?
Thank you for putting down Faith. Fucking nightmare fuel.
Heard it got pretty nightmarish over in Henbane. Glad you made it through all right, Deputy.
I wouldn't go back out on the road if you paid me. Well, maybe if you paid me.
Amen. Faith is dead. One of them so-called heralds is in the ground. Hallelujah.
No messing around with John. Not like Faith's tricks. Just straightforward fucking psychopathy.
You got Jacob, huh? Gotta be a special kind of crazy to string up wolves for your holy war.
Jacob was one thing, sure. But John? John's a whole other brand of crazy pants.
He's coming for us. John's gonna come down on us like a ton of bricks.
I'm never going anywhere without a gun again. Sure, we're safe, but I learned my lesson. Deputy Hudson does not deserve to be trapped in John's bunker. Not sure anybody does.
John doesn't scare me. The more unhinged he gets, the greater a threat he is to himself. Not me.
John's at the end of his line. Men like that, they're unpredictable.
Your partner is all right. Just like my girl's still all right. Yeah, they're all right.
Having Jacob dead is all well and good, but what about here? What about John?
You done good work along the Hembane. I hear the Cougars are putting life back together slowly.
I got a friend taken to John's bunker. Best not to think about it. Just look after yourself.
Hudson's already on their weird confession process. Gotta hope they don't take her too far.
These roadblocks are some anti-American third world shit. The hell do Eaton's Gate think they are?
Being trapped in an underground bunker is one nightmare, but John's underground bunker? The things he does? I'd rather die.
I'm sure Deputy Hudson's making John's life miserable. She's one tough lady.
After they dunk people in the Poison River, it's usually a beeline to John's bunker. You're a lucky one, you are.
You're inspiring people to fight. Don't take it personal if I stay out of it instead of catching a bullet.
You treat Pastor Jerome right. You can always count on people like him doing what needs doing.
Tattooing people is mutilation. I ain't old-fashioned. John's literally scarring people.
Faith caused us all damage that ain't never gonna go away. Thanks for taking her out.
Hallelujah. With Faith dead, you've given us the best news we could hope to hear.
Seems to me like you're tough as nails, Deputy, for being able to face Faith.
You get one of John's videos, he starts this long string of torture. He finds you, drowns you, kidnaps you, mutilates you.
We're coming together. Won't look good when this is all sorted out. But for now, we're all together.
If there's gonna be any kind of resistance to the cult, it's gonna start in Fall's End.
The cult destroyed Mary Mae's family and tried to shut down her bar in Fall's End. This fight is very personal for her.
John makes people disappear. I bet you dollars to donuts he's got them all locked away in a bunker somewhere.
The Peggies are desperate for people to lock up in their bunkers. Don't know why. Don't want to know why.
I got a video from John saying I'd been marked. I've been on the run ever since, but it's only a matter of time before he finds me.
If you push John too far, he sends his chosen out in planes to punish you.
When John asks for something, he's not really asking. He'll get what he wants from you one way or another.
John's always wearing a key round his neck. He calls it the key to paradise. I don't want to know what it unlocks.
Lots of folks were destroyed by that rotten bliss over along the Henbane. Glad to hear it's gone.
We both have people in John's clutches. We work together, we can get them all out.
Hearing about Faith's end has, well, restored my faith. Time to reclaim the word and our homes.
Heard you took out Jacob's seed. Nice work. I'm happy to help against John.
John Seed's just a bully. Deputy Hudson knows how to deal with bullies. We just gotta have her back.
Whenever I'm sad, I just think about how angry Joseph Seed must be. Perks me right up.
Eden's Gate can suck my toe.
We're protecting our marked people tooth and nail. John's not getting them.
I'm not in America to mince around all scared every day. I've got a right to live my fucking life, and Eden's Gate can't take that away.
Can't get any meds or anything shipped in with all these roadblocks up. Never thought I'd hate being so isolated.
Keep your head down and nothing bad'll happen to you. Nothing else, anyway.
With Jacob down, we gotta press our advantage against John.
My man is trapped in the bunker. I heard the things John does to make you atone. We can't leave him to that fate.
Might be easier if you write your partner off as dead. No one comes back from John's bunker.
Pastor Jerome snatched me from the jaws of death. Not surprised he helped you too, Deputy.
Deputy Hudson's gonna be baptized and beaten and tortured. I hope she gets free, I really do.
If I wasn't worried about John Seed before, I sure as fuck am now.
John's gonna come for us, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. But you being here helps me feel a little braver.
John's got a bunker full of people stewing in his own special hell, and we gotta get him out.
Only way to travel without being seen by the cult is bushwhacking. But something always wants to eat you.
John wears the only key to the bunker round his neck. The thought of having to get close enough to him to take it? Ugh.
Used to think baptisms were beautiful. This cult is ruining everything, I swear to God.
Quite a few people have been marked by John. We can't protect him forever.
Can't move a muscle without a Peggy coming down on you lately. I hate it.
Lots of folks feel the same.
Everyone still standing better grab a weapon now, or we're finished.
Good to know there's still people standing up to these fanatics.
Shit's getting real now.
Goddamn cult's like a swarm of locusts.
There's just no telling what the cult's gonna do next.
Government mind control has turned Hope County into a bunch of cuckolds too passive to fight back.
We'll get our home back.
How did we not see this coming?
If Eden's Gate keeps taking food, people are gonna go hungry.
We can't let John's goon squad take things from honest folk.
Cults increase their patrols. We need to step up our game.
I'm gonna make John pay for what he's done to our home.
Those assholes are slaughtering all the livestock.
We used to have laws around here.
Maybe it's time we all taught John Seed the power to know.
If that cult thinks they're gonna get away with this, they got another thing coming.
Cult's getting desperate now.
We're so fucked.
Holy tuna, holy sturgeon. Nope, doesn't have the same ring.
John picked the wrong place to settle in.
Some folks are suffering terribly.
I wouldn't wipe my ass with that cult's manifesto.
Eden's Gate can't keep stealing from us, and we're gonna let them know that.
Resistance will have a tough time dealing with John.
If that deputy can escape the bunker, then maybe there's still some hope.
Would have thought we'd have military help by now. Makes me worry about how big Eden's Gate is. They've been around for years.
John Seed doesn't scare me.
Everyone's gotta do their part to get rid of these assholes.
I'm scared of getting baptized by the cult. They've done something to the water.
That deputy's putting in work. Who am I to do any less?
Cult's gonna crash and burn, mark my words.
I never imagined the resistance this fired up. It's all because of you.
We'll take down every damn Peggy airplane we see.
The Peggies have turned the valley into a fucking wasteland.
My neighbor got baptized by John. Never saw her again.
Those assholes are worse than the government taking what we earned.
A wise general strives to feed off the enemy. George S. Patton or Sun Tzu said that, I think.
At this rate, won't be nothing left for the cult to take.
If John really wanted to, he could wipe Falls End off the map. He's toying with the people there, like a sadistic cat.
The Peggies are taking people to a place they call John's Gate. It must be his bunker.
I'd sooner die in the apocalypse than take shelter with John in his bunker.
The cult's loading people into vans and shipping them off to God knows where. You gotta do something.
Pastor Jerome's trying to save as many people as he can, and Mary May's trying to rally them against the cult. They're working out of Falls End.
John took my family. I have no idea where they are or what he's doing to them.
If John sends the Chosen in those awful planes, Falls End is screwed.
John marks the people he thinks are worthy of joining Eden's Gate. Then he sends his goons out to take you. John ain't thinking straight anymore. We'll get him.
They're really coming after us now.
A lot of us have lost people to John. We can't stand around doing nothing.
We're not gonna let anyone get you, Deputy, so don't worry.
We're being treated like shit.
John Seed will get his.
I'm starting to hate it here.
We should have stopped these lunatics when we had the chance. If they regroup, we're screwed.
Guns ain't always the answer, but against John Seed, we ain't got a choice.
If I change my hair, maybe they'll think I'm someone else and I'll be spared.
Can't even go to town no more without being shot at. Crazy.
I feel so powerless.
I still can't believe you got out of that bunker. Might as well be a grave for most people.
These Peggies are straight up un-American.
These cult fashionistas have plenty of tricks up their sleeves. They're just an artisanal coffee away from owning Montana.
How's anyone supposed to earn a living when these assholes take everything they want?
This ain't right. I don't feel safe walking around town.
Getting marked is like getting a death sentence. I can't stand it.
You must have a lucky streak to have escaped the bunker.
I miss my home, my wife, my dog, my truck. Goddamn church took it all.
Glad to hear somebody stirring shit up.
Americans killing Americans. This shit's out of control.
How you're still alive, I'll never know.
Feels like all hell's breaking loose.
People here are tougher than they look. They'll fight.
Oh, this whole thing's getting worse by the minute. Don't know how many days we got if it keeps going like this.
With Eden's Gate, it's like they're not even trying to act like good guys.
One of these days, there'll be a reckoning.
If I die, I promise I'm gonna die last.
Thieves, all of them.
You feel that? It's the First Amendment of the Constitution in action. The separation between church and state. Breathe it in.
Fucking Peggy's have been torching everything. What the fuck's up with that?
The cult's trying to keep everyone in a constant state of fear.
People been trying to escape, but Eden's Gate's blocked all the roads.
It's best to just lay low and pray they don't come for you.
This is like living in a bad dream.
I'm just trying to keep my head down these days.
They can throw everything they've got at me. I ain't about to quit.
That cult needs to pay in blood.
We've all got to work together for one last push.
I don't always know what I'm doing, but my home's in trouble, so here I am.
Remember when everything sucked worse?
I'm hearing that John gave the order to baptize their prisoners. What does that mean?
I just want my fucking home back.
Ain't backing out now just 'cause things got tough.
Valley's so chaotic right now.
You know, I'm just gonna keep fighting.
What's it gonna take before we do something?
Looks to me like they're gearing up for a fight.
Those fuckers think a few roadblocks are gonna be enough to make us quit?
John's losing his temper, and that's scaring the shit out of me.
John Seed's threats don't hold much weight anymore.
Peggy's are beating the trees looking for the deputy.
Can't be the land of the free if it ain't even safe to drive on a fucking road.
John's got everyone running scared.
If you want a tattoo, it won't be from John, that's for sure.
John's put us in some serious shit. I can't stand it anymore.
Can't help but wonder what the father thinks of his boy John now.
Cult's starting to push back. Means we're doing some righteous work.
We need to get those people out of John's bunker before it's too late. He's got the key.
John Seed's living on borrowed time.
I joined the resistance as soon as I could.
As if roadblocks weren't bad enough, cult called in air support.
John's a greedy sumbitch.
Peggy's are making a mess across the whole damn valley.
Getting marked by John is like a freaking kiss of death.
Taking people, taking our shit, holding us underwater. It's all just a fucked up power play.
I hate John so much.
We're gonna win this. Just you watch.
More people are joining us in this fight. Think we're really making a difference.
This is a fucking nightmare.
Eden's Gate's gonna regret not taking all our guns.
Sure picked a time to try and lay off the sauce.
Peggy's can't fight us and take all of our stuff. They're gonna get sloppy, make a mistake, and then we'll pounce on them.
Finally, people are waking up and fighting back. We're humans and we're not gonna take it anymore.
Getting used to seeing death these days. Thank the Peggies for that.
I'm proud to work with you, Deputy. The Resistance wouldn't be the same without you.
Cult dunks you in drug water and forces a confession out of you.
Your average Peggy has shit for brains and nothing to fear.
If I had the chance to do it all over again, I'd get into fishing younger.
Cult's forcing normal people into hiding. You can find them huddling together in the hills.
Can't wait to put an end to this cult once and for all.
John giving you a baptism sucks. John making you confess is worse.
John's gonna keep doing whatever he wants until we stop him.
Fuck John Seed and that godforsaken cult.
Should know better than expect any help from the fucking government.
We gotta watch each other's backs.
We'll make sure America wins.
Shit's really hitting the fan now, huh? John Seed's on his heels.
There's nothing we can do now except lay low and pray for the good guys.
God damn it. I didn't come out to the valley to die.
More folks are joining us in this fight. That's a good sign.
We take out John's operation piece by piece, and eventually the whole thing will crumble.
Let's hope everyone who's missing turns up okay.
So many people are still trapped in John's bunker.
Jerome saved your neck, huh? He knows a good soul when he sees one. Feels like John's unstoppable.
What the cult can't take, they burn.
Don't know where these cultists get off, blocking the roads and asking for ID.
John's hunting us and we're hunting him. They ought to make a movie out of this.
We still got some fight left in us.
We've got one chance to do this right. John ain't getting away from us.
Whatever happens, at least we fought for what's right.
The Valley's future won't look bright if we fail.
I know I'm ready to whack off a few peggies.
Can't believe they took my rig. Some nerve that church has.
I just want to give up. I can't fight no more.
Apparently Joseph received some sort of sign and we're all paying the price.
Getting marked is like winning Satan's lottery.
Getting marked by John is like having a target on your back.
It's a goddamn shame what's been going on.
These church guys are just bullies. Like 10-year-olds with guns.
Getting marked don't mean much when we can still fight back.
I feel like there's more things on fire lately than normal.
They can't run around shooting people like they're deer. We shoot back.
Eden's Gate's got nothing to do with morality. It's all about power and greed.
Everything the cult takes from us winds up in one of their bunkers.
Fall's End got its name from a gold prospector named Orville Fall. A business rival shot him dead in the streets and took it over. I realized that ain't all that helpful. Sorry.
John takes livestock and he takes people. I don't think he sees much of a difference.
I'm praying for Deputy Hudson's safe return. Nobody deserves to be taken by Eden's Gate.
They rolled up to my place in those white trucks, and I just ran. Left everything I had behind. But at least I'm still alive.
Anyone who doesn't confess to John gets killed and put on display as a warning to others. It's inhuman.
I want just one Peggy to consider the idea that maybe the end of the world isn't coming.
No one's gonna fix things for us. We gotta do it ourselves.
It won't be easy, but we ain't done till the cult's gone.
I'm almost hopeful. Eventually, those church assholes are gonna pick on the wrong person.
We gotta stand up to these bastards somehow.
Somebody's got to stand up to these smugglers and take back our peace of mind.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get my home back.
Deputy Hudson's with John. Oh, God, I feel so bad for her.
Somewhere down the line, Eden's Gate put down the holy books and picked up rifles.
Now that we're patrolling the streets, we got a fighting chance.
That cult is a fucking plague.
When the cult came for me, I grabbed my gun and ran. Sure feels good to fight back for a change.
You couldn't pay me enough to be in the same room as John Seed.
All those missing people are relying on us to find them.
The Peggies are stepping up their game. Means they're scared of us.
This is our chance to finally get rid of these assholes.
We gotta help everyone we can.
I know Deputy Hudson can take care of herself, but I'm still worried. John is ruthless.
John promises a safe place in his bunker, but if he's there with you, you aren't safe.
Some people tried to warn us about the cult, but we didn't listen then. All we can do now is fight.
I refused to give my house to Eden's Gate, so they burned it to the ground. With my husband trapped inside. That's why I'm here. We'll do everything we can to help you get Deputy Hudson back.
John Seed has a sadistic ritual designed to break you down. He marks you, he cleanses you, he makes you confess, and then you atone.
Peggy's a resistance. Whoever has more bullets will win the valley. It's kind of sad.
Is the cult hunting us, or are we hunting them?
We got this.
Feels like this kind of thing was only a matter of time. John's still dangerous.
Heard that deputy made it out of John's bunker.
John trolls people by sending video threats.
We gotta find a way to help the people trapped in the cult's bunker.
My therapist told me to visualize my goals, so I'm picturing putting a bullet between John's eyes.
John's gonna want revenge on the people in Fall's End. You'll see.
Wonder where Joseph's hiding himself.
Another batch of fighters joined us, but we could still use more.
We've got them on the run, but we can't get cocky.
John's gonna go berserk any minute now.
I must finish. No, I will finish before this gets any worse.
I can't take this much longer.
I wonder what Merle would say about that.
John Seed's not getting what he wants, so he's pitching a fit.
Can't wait for all this to be over.
Look around, we're tipping the scales. We just need another big push.
How the fuck are we supposed to fight airplanes?
Damn Peggies are burning everything we work so hard for.
You'd think being baptized once in your life was enough.
I wonder if we'll ever get back to normal. If the cult doesn't want you, then they make an example out of you.
Some of us have been fighting our whole lives, but this is something else.
This whole reaping thing creeps me out. The Peggies weren't like this.
What are they gonna do with all this shit anyway?
Cult's blocking the roads. I bet they're hunting that deputy.
That cult's really cracking down on people for some reason. So far, haven't seen much in the way of fighting.
Anyone that John deems unworthy is killed on the spot. Then their bodies are put on display as a warning. He's the fucking devil.
Hudson's as tough as they come. But that's not gonna be enough to withstand John's torture.
John's people dragged my wife away. I don't know if she's dead or in their bunker. I don't know what's worse. I heard about John taking Hudson. That's not gonna go well for her. She needs help.
Thinking about all those poor souls trapped in John's bunker keeps me up at night.
Eden's gates blocked all the roads. Looks like we're on our own.
The Peggies want you, and not in any kind of good way.
Hey, don't worry. We'll get Deputy Hudson back safe and sound.
Good to see some people aren't afraid to fight.
Yeah, some people are just too scared to resist.
Just what I expected from a mind poisoned by globalist propaganda.
Since when did theft become a godly practice?
I thought John's thugs were already plenty mean, but something's made 'em meaner.
Last I heard, human sacrifice is not a Christian practice.
It ain't right, I tell you. They're taking all our meat. They better have big old freezers in their bunker or they're fucked.
People walking around like nothing's happening piss me off. We're under martial law.
I can't even start to imagine how many laws that cult's broken. John can't do shit if we keep showing up to ruin his plans.
That church won't break us, ever.
I know people who took their own lives the moment they got marked, just to avoid John.
Baptism, my ass. No way I'm gonna let those psychos shove my face underwater.
I want to get away from here so bad, but the cult's blocked all the roads.
They plan on saving everyone in an underground bunker? Sounds like a meat grinder waiting to happen.
The cult hit us, we hit them back. Gonna be like that until it's over.
People are scared of Peggies, but they're shootable. Just like all their other problems.
I want to stick John's face in the water and see what he thinks of all this.
Damn, nearly got shot at that checkpoint. Tomorrow morning, I'm driving another route.
It's like everyone remembered that they also own a lot of automatic weapons.
John doesn't know how many people are saying yes to joining the resistance.
The fanatics didn't know that the Spread Eagle is more than a bar. It's the epicenter of honest souls.
Now that it's come to it, I'll shoot Peggies on sight.
Rumor has it that each member of the Seed family has their own bunker. John's has to be somewhere in the valley.
John has elite guards, the Chosen, patrolling the skies in airplanes.
Please don't let John drag anybody else to his bunker. Nobody ever comes back.
You gotta find Deputy Hudson before John makes her atone.
The cult took my boy, and when he came back, he wasn't my boy anymore. They did something to him.
John's bunker is the cult's pantry. That's where they're taking all the food they're stealing from us.
You'll never catch me alone in a room with John. Fuck no. The man makes my skin crawl.
It's not just animals and dry food. We're losing people left and right to this so-called reaping.
Something tells me the Father's behind all of this.
You really inspire people. Guess it's just good to see someone who'll take charge.
I know a thieving bastard when I see one.
Neighbor versus neighbor is no way to live.
This has gone far enough. Time to do some fucking damage.
The Father had a vision about the end of the world, so now he's destroying ours.
I'd rather die than let Eden's Gate retake Fall's End. Still so many people stuck in that bunker. You were lucky to get out yourself.
I heard about a Deputy Hudson who's stuck with John.
It's not too late to join the fight.
Let's take America back.
There's no turning back now. We either fight or we die.
They showed up in these white trucks and took my neighbors.
All I know is I'm just hanging on by a thread here.
Try not to think about it too much.
I heard John wants you alive. That can't be good.
Can't even die in peace. Who's burying people with the Peggies all over?
Hard to believe we used to think the Peggies were harmless.
Not sure how much longer we'll be fighting, but I don't think it'll be long.
John's losing control. We gotta keep the pressure on Eden's Gate.
Smoked all the cigarettes I could get my hands on. Now the whole valley is out thanks to the Peggies.
I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Oh, there are more dangerous things out there than Eden's Gate.
This is gonna get worse before it gets better.
I don't see we have any choice but to fight.
I'm not just gonna stand here and do nothing.
I hope no one gets too comfortable. Our fight is just beginning. The goblins know we're awake now.
The resistance is the strongest it's ever been.
Won't be long before we can all go home again.
We are starting to turn the tide. Joseph can't be too happy with John these days. We got a long fight ahead of us.
We must have got the Peggies rattled if they're calling planes to take us out.
John Seed is a goddamn pussy.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop the Peggies.
Colt's pulled me over a couple of times. I missed the days when it was the cops stopping me.
John, he's marked you. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. It's a miracle Hudson's lasted as long as she has. Lesser folks give out as soon as the atonement starts.
Jacob's seed may be gone, but the North will remember what he's done. They won't let his kind rise again.
Keep an eye on yourself out there. Eden's Gate is combing the county for you.
I sleep better knowing Faith is dead, but John's the pressing problem around here.
Kidnapping an officer of the law? The fucking cheek. You get Hudson, and then they'll get what's coming to him.
You made a world of difference taking Jacob to his grave. Just do the same for John here, and we'll be aces.
The longer you're with us, the more people are inspired.
John baptizes you? Everything goes downhill from there. I've lived it. The pastor saved you and me from a terrible fate.
Tattoos ain't as permanent as you'd think. I got a great cover-up job on my butt cheek.
I'm this close to trying to dig my way out of the county. Better than being victimized all damn day.
When stuff gets tough, I usually go for a drive. Can't even do that with Eden's Gate around.
You got out of the frying pan. Pastor Jerome caught you before you fell into the fire.
Maybe John's got a big book with all our names in it, and he's coming for us one by one.
Jacob is dead? Best news I've heard seems forever. Good to spread that throughout all Holland Valley.
Until recently, the only thing I was worried about was the government coming for my guns. Say what you will, but that cult's given me some perspective on shit.
No matter how this ends, we're very grateful for everything you've done. Joseph's so-called herald up in Whitetail got taken down. Time to turn our sights on John fucking Seed.
John's hunting you like an animal. He catches you, you're probably gonna join his other trophies on his wall.
If you can kill a ghost, then you can kill a man. Start with John.
I got stopped by a cultist driving down my own street. They're playing state trooper make-believe.
Heard that you took out Jacob's seed, Deputy. God damn.
Pastor Jerome is the greatest man we got. Saving you was the least amazing thing he's done for us.
John keeps his prisoners on tight lock. I heard he's the only one who carries the key.
I hate Eden's Gate being around every damn corner. It's like my anxiety's manifested physically.
It's deputy hunting season. Like the old cartoons, Eden's Gate is the old guy with the blunderbuss.
They're burning all the fields. Mindless, destructive little children.
Cult's done something to the water, so when they baptize you, you come out different. You ever see someone getting dunked? It's your moral obligation to do something about it. You hear me? The whole valley needs to come together if we want to get rid of that cult.
I pray for the resistance fighters. They're going to be the first to feel John's fury when he comes for us.
My sweet lord, I heard stories about the Cougars fighting Faith. Can't imagine what it was like.
Inspire the people all you want. Just don't get me caught in the crossfire.
We're doing everything we can to take John out. I hope Hudson can hold on just a little bit longer.
John's got convoys running all over the valley, filled with stolen goods. It's all headed for the bunker.
We can't let the Peggies take Fall's End. It's the heart of our community.
Fall's End won't be safe until John's 6 feet under.
There's something really wrong with John. I don't have a name for it, but you can see it in that creepy smile of his.
John breaks people down physically and emotionally. I'm saying a prayer for Deputy Hudson.
Marking people is like part of their creepy ritual. Once you get the video, you can't stop it.
Pastor Jerome must have seen something in you if he saved you. If I squint real hard, I guess I see it too.
John sent me one of those video messages. Guess I made his list.
Got a feeling John's starting to take this personally.
We're setting a good example for others to follow.
Without fighting, I'm not alive. Not really.
Peggies are burning everything. Dear God, we're already in hell.
We can't let the cult get away with any of this.
You're lucky you weren't added to their bunker collection.
The cult can call me a sinner all they want. Won't stop me from going after John.
John's blood is in the water. We gotta move in for the kill.
I got 2 words for John Seed. Fuck you.
John sends that video to fuck with your head and get under your skin. And I hate to admit it, it's working.
Once John marks you, he comes to get you for your baptism.
Maybe you should ask Pastor Jerome for guidance.
John's got people getting baptized all across the valley, in rivers, creeks, hell, even in puddles.
Cults managed to hurt just about everybody in the valley.
Everything John says is a goddamn lie.
There's gotta be some way into that cult's secret bunker.
All I know is I'm just hanging on by a thread here.
John can go to hell. If I die, I'm gonna die last. We're gonna get rid of him. I know we are.
John's people are all over the valley.
If no one else is coming to help, then we just gotta help ourselves.
We need to stay strong. John Seed's pissed. Won't be long before he makes a mistake.
Feels like the whole valley's finally coming together against John.
Always felt like something bad was about to happen. Now it's here.
This is what hell must look like.
It's hard to turn the tide in this fight when the cult can just call in a fucking airstrike.
John's making a big mess of the entire valley.
If your partner's in the valley, we'll find him. I heard Pastor Jerome saved a deputy. By all accounts, it was a shit show.
Pastor Jerome is the true man of God in these parts. If you're looking to help people, you should find him in Falls End.
If Clutch Nixon was still around, we wouldn't have a Peggy problem. Simple as that.
I drank with Joey Hudson back in the day. She doesn't take shit from anyone. John's gonna eat her alive.
Pastor Jerome tried to warn the people of Falls End about Eden's Gate. We should have listened to him.
John bought up all the businesses around here and promised us jobs. But the only people who got work were cultists.
Heard John wears a kind of key round his neck.
People have stopped trying to run and have just gone into hiding.
Baptism's supposed to be a joyful thing. The cult went and made it ugly.
Nobody should be surprised by what's been happening.
Too many people getting marked. We can't let this go on.
Deep down, I think John wants to die. That man has scars that run deep.
We were a little late getting started, but we're finally putting up a decent fight.
Folks are counting on us. I don't want to let them down.
Only a matter of time before John gets mad enough to jump in his plane and come after us himself.
Everything we do for the honest, God-fearing people of the Holland Valley. I hope it's enough.
Thank God we got Pastor Jerome looking out for us and fighting back. A lot of others would have just run.
Don't matter who you are. Not even the police are safe around here.
Don't need to see a tattoo to know that everyone's got sin inside them. Hope I'm there when John dies.
Every single person in Joseph's cult believes the world is gonna end. It's nuts.
Once John sets his mind on getting something, there's no stopping him.
I think you're literally driving John crazy. Nice work.
Getting kidnapped means a one-way ticket to the bunker.
John's losing his grip. That's gotta annoy the fuck out of Joseph.
You'd hear stories about what the cult was up to behind closed doors. I never thought that they were true.
Cult says their baptisms are a cleansing, but just thinking about it makes me feel dirty.
Forcing someone to be tattooed is so fucked up. I can't imagine.
We're leading the way for everyone else in the resistance.
John's goons are everywhere now.
John's gone too far. We gotta stop him.
No sense in holding back now.
Where there's a will, there's a way. I believe that.
If the cult spent less time being stylish and more time improving their aim, we'd all be singing Kumbaya down in John Seed's bunker.
I have to get my work done before those people come back to bother me.
John's fading. We need a kill shot.
Well, it's do or die for all of us now.
It's time for me to pull out some rusty, trusty knives.
Wish they'd plug Joseph and put an end to this.
About time someone started shooting back.
They almost shot me yesterday. What is this, a war zone?
If you haven't met John Seed, consider yourself lucky.
If this keeps going, we'll have nothing left.
Everything's disappearing. Food, gas, people. You name it.
You only really appreciate abstract concepts like freedom when they're taken away from you.
The cult's hot for you, you know. You should keep a low profile.
I got nothing left except prayer.
Oof. Getting marked ain't no different than the Grim Reaper knocking on your door.
I've crossed paths with doomsday cults before. This one's the most prepared when it comes to firearms and fashion.
Heard one of yours got nabbed. We won't rest until we find him, don't you worry.
I'm out to save everyone I can. No one should face the end of the world alone.
I'd hate to meet John and Joseph in person. That'd be rotten luck.
It's a shame what's going on.
Fuckers took my car. Worse than alimony.
Most folks are just keeping their heads down, hoping it'll blow over.
How the hell could stealing other people's possessions be considered a godly practice? People have had enough, and now all hell's breaking loose.
We sure could use some help fighting these assholes.
Nowadays, if you're caught hunting, John Seed will have you killed.
Every life the Peggies take, I'll pay it back on them.
The resistance is really doing it. I knew the people here would stand up if their backs was against the wall.
John's dragging people away down into some bunker. We gotta put a stop to it.
Everything John takes gets stockpiled in his bunker. We gotta find it. John's taking as many people from the Holland Valley as he can and putting them in bunkers.
I've saved people from John's confessions. What he does to people is ugly.
You gotta get Deputy Hudson away from John. He ruins people. In every way imaginable.
Every time I see that Power of Yes sign, I feel sick. I know what saying yes to John means.
If we can take John out of the picture, the rest of the Peggies in the valley won't last long.
Truer words have never been spoken.
If I died fishing, I'd be okay with that. Rather not, but I'd still be okay.
Never saw myself as much of a fighter, but that was before Joseph and his family came to town.
John's got no idea how many people are thinking yes to getting rid of him.
The American thing to do would be to let us die free, instead of living as kidnapped victims in a bunker.
Don't think old Joseph was expecting this much trouble.
We'll do whatever it takes to free the Holland Valley.
John the Baptist is an amoral predator. End of story.
That cult's gonna fight to the death, no doubt about it.
I met John in person once. Bastard made my skin crawl.
Always knew the cult was trouble.
We'll get this land back.
John's got a key on him. We're gonna need that key.
Gotta tiptoe around those damn cult roadblocks lest you got C4.
Can't do all the fighting by ourselves. We need help bad. Where's the army?
Wish someone had put a fucking round into John.
People are sick of living in constant fear.
I don't know what's got into the Peggies lately.
Those Peggies got everyone scared out of their minds. That's an advantage.
We got this far. We just gotta push a little further.
Had enough of John's power of yes bullshit.
This isn't the end of the world I was preparing for, but I'm glad I stocked up on guns just the same.
Saw something glinting around John's neck, then I realized it's a key.
John's got Deputy Hudson. I know her. I know she won't back down. But I also know that John loves a challenge.
When John scared everybody in Falls End, Pastor Jerome kept us calm. He's a rock.
When I first saw him on the cult's videos, John seemed pretty harmless. But when I met him in person, he made the hairs on my neck stand up.
If the people of Falls End can't fight the cult, then no one can. You gotta do what you can to help them out.
Cult caused a mass panic around the whole country, made us all easy targets.
I just want things to be peaceful again.
Feels like it's getting worse.
I pray we're gonna be able to get people out of those bunkers safely.
They're taking all the food, and they want us to believe they'll divvy it up fairly? Fat chance.
And these nut jobs are making us fight over the scraps. I want the valley to be free.
Life's too damn short to let a doomsday cult run wild in your backyard.
We're real close to winning. I can feel it. John's a cancer of a human being.
Lots of folks feel the same.
I predicted all this, you know? The roadblocks, the roving demon security details. Nobody listened.
John's not gonna get away with this.
Sometimes I just want to die.
Feels like it's getting worse. We just gotta hang on a little longer.
John sends someone a video, then snatches him up. Nobody gets away.
It's like we woke up in hell.
John's got a particular ritual he sticks to. You get marked with a video, then you get dunked in the water.
The people are starting to realize that you're looking out for them.
Those people trapped in the bunker just have to hold on for a little longer.
I'm gonna keep fighting no matter what.
I'm feeling emotional right now.
I'm starting to hate it here.
I hear you.
John's picking who lives and dies. I don't want to die. This ain't a fair fight by a long shot, but I know we can win.
Feels like for every decent human being around, there's 10 Peggies.
John isn't one for negotiating. We learned that the hard way.
Looks like we're gonna have to take on Eden's Gate all by ourselves.
Damn. I feel bad for everyone stuck in that bunker.
Still don't know what gives them the right.
Only way to beat a bully is to face him head on.
Can't call it the land of the free when we can't even drive where we want.
Now shut your mouth, they could be listening.
Those lunatics come for me. I'll splatter a couple of them before they get me.
It's not right. This is Montana, not some communist shithole.
I refuse to sit around with a thumb up my ass. It's time to fight. We've got a fighting chance now that more people have joined the resistance.
We're winning, I know it.
Can't believe it's come to this.
American cults always fight when their backs are against the wall, or if they're attacked first, or if it's a false flag.
Will you shut your fucking mouth before you get us killed?
Peggy fucks are straight up kidnapping people now.
Eden's Gate's trying to shut down the whole valley.
The fanatics want to be in charge. America doesn't work that way.
I always knew Eden's Gate was gonna be trouble.
I saw my neighbors get dragged out of their house, and I haven't seen them since.
Peggies are so worried about this collapse, they're destroying everything we have right now.
I just want to stop living in fear. Getting marked by the cult just means we've got their attention.
I don't think any of us have much of a choice but to fight.
We have to stand up to John Seed. Who does John think he is, handing out sins like Halloween candy?
Cult's pulling in air support now. I think they noticed us.
Not much happens around here without Eden's Gate knowing about it.
Resistance is fighting back. Looks like John Seed's got his hands full.
There's a big fight brewing. I could feel it.
I'd like to know where they're taking all the food they've been stealing from us.
Think it's time for me to pick up a gun.
We need to do something about these fucking roadblocks.
John's thrown everything he's got at us. Won't save him.
Things get worse before they get better.
Feels to me like the valley's on its last legs.
Eden's Gate hasn't beat us yet. We still got some fight left.
Harvest's supposed to be in the fall. Don't know why the Peggies are rushing it. Lots of shit ain't ripe yet.
Food's getting so scarce, people are going hungry.
I'm so ready for this to be over.
It's hard to find sense in anything that Joseph's group says and does.
It's good to see people fighting back. We need to show the cult that we're strong.
None of this will end until we take John out.
John's a dead man walking.
I don't even know if the cult's hunting us or we're hunting them.
This will be one for the history books, which we're gonna write because we're gonna win.
Nothing's gonna change until John's 6 feet under.
We can't keep living in constant fear of that fucking degenerate.
That cult's a collection of assholes.
The cult's still hunting us down. Well, they're bad at this game.
John and the rest of his psycho family can go to hell for all I care.
We're gonna expose Joseph, show his followers that he's just a man, not a messiah.
So many lives are in the key around John's neck.
Things are desperate, but we're getting stronger. I believe in us.
Shit could still go either way, but whatever happens, I'll know I fought my heart out.
Those evil pricks were shooting dogs the other day. Dogs.
I can't imagine what Deputy Hudson is going through right now.
I'm glad to hear there's a way out of the cult's bunker. Gives you hope.
Seems impossible to get away from John once he's marked you.
I don't like killing, but I can't just sit on my ass when people are being stolen, drowned, and tortured.
Feels like every time we're about to come up for air, John tries harder to drag us down into darkness.
More people are picking up a weapon to fight back. I like it.
If planes were enough to take over the country, Nick Rye would be our goofy little dictator by now.
No matter how I look at it, we're stuck here with John and his cult.
People aren't taking to the roads anymore. That's so un-American.
The valley is ours, and we'll defend it no matter what.
Less talk, more action.
We're gonna teach John to keep his greedy hands to himself.
You just love the sound of your own voice.
Still so many people trapped underground. I hope we can free them.
The cult's destroying the very essence of what it means to be American.
Scuttlebutt is, some people are starting to fight back.
Those cultists are worse than shoppers on Black Friday.
Nice of the cult to pray for our everlasting souls while they rob us all blind.
I don't feel safe without a gun these days.
That Joseph has been forcing people to do things against their will.
John wants us all to say yes, but I think he actually really likes it when we say no. Gives him an excuse to get mean.
I went to school with Joey Hudson. She's strong, but nobody can handle John's torture for long.
Even though everything's gone to shit, I still get that Clutch Nixon song stuck in my head. I wish he was here.
Nothing Hudson's been trained for has prepared her for John and the cult. We gotta find her, and quick.
Everything that the cult takes goes into a big bunker somewhere.
We're all gonna die.
We're not supposed to be shooting at each other. This is fucking America.
Peggy's just came and shot 3 of my neighbor's cows. They butchered them for the meat.
The Valley's no place for peaceniks anymore. You fuckers are taking people now. We gotta do something.
My brother joined the resistance. I pray for him.
Anyone who picks up a weapon has my respect.
Cult's taking their crazy to a whole new level.
We're gonna show that cult what it means to be American.
Violence begets violence.
Those bastards are really cleaning the place out.
They just came in and took everything. I got out by the skin of my teeth.
We did real well in the face of some mighty fearful odds.
Who the fuck is Joseph Seed to say that our shit belongs to him?
People been disappearing, killed, kidnapped. I don't know.
We got Eden's Gate on the ropes.
John Seed's tightening his grip on the entire valley.
That cult spitting in the face of basic human decency.
There's the calm before the storm, then there's the clusterfuck before the storm. I feel like we're in the second one.
I don't want to atone.
I didn't think we'd see any holdouts in the valley after John kicked it.
Someone's gotta make that cult stop.
Heard Jerome's been busy. Saving people as usual.
It's a strange world when pastors and priests are packing the same heat as law enforcement.
Eden's Gate thinks that rules don't apply to them.
If there is a merciful God, he'll help us kill John Seed.
There'd be no resistance without Pastor Jerome. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Let John try and dunk my head in his piss water. I won't go willingly.
I just want to live.
People are starting to fight back, but I wonder if it's too late. John's back is to the wall, but he's still pretty dangerous.
I guess that's why they call it Hope County. No, I regretted that the moment I said it.
We can't back down until we take back what's ours by right.
If John keeps this up, the Valley will never know peace again.
This valley's never gonna be the same again.
I took my shotguns, goddammit.
What can you do? I'm no fighter.
Peggy's dragged my cousin off. To God knows where.
John set his sights on Fall's End again.
If I ever get a chance to put a Peggy's head underwater, it ain't never coming back up.
In the end, John's gonna get what he so richly deserves.
Doesn't look like anything's off limits now.
The roadblocks are so fucked up. Peggy's aren't state troopers.
I'm sending my prayers out to all those good people in the resistance.
John Seed's the devil incarnate, if you ask me.
Can't keep going on like this.
I think we're getting John's attention, I tell you what.
A lot of hot air coming out of you.
John's struggling to keep his shit together.
We only stand a chance if we all start fighting together.
All of our people are in hiding or have been taken to a cult bunker.
I know I've had enough.
I can't take this much longer.
There are people out there who need us.
No Peggy will want to stay here once we've dealt with John Seed.
Eden's Gate is hounding you like a dog with a bone. I got your back, don't worry.
I still want to know how they got organized right under our noses.
The resistance is our only hope.
Fuckers are taking everything but the kitchen sink.
It's like living in a goddamn war zone is what it is.
How dare they point a shotgun at my mom?
John Seed's got his blood up, and good people are gonna die.
Shit drives me crazy.
It's way past time we fought back.
Remember when we thought Eden's Gate was harmless?
We'll pull through, no matter what.
John Seed's a human toilet. Everyone knows that.
Peggy's can fight all they want. I'll be ready.
No way the cult's going down without a fight.
We can't quit now.
John's pulling out all the stops to get to us.
Just can't go out unarmed anymore. It's not right.
There's no point in trying to run away. We're trapped here now.
If you say no to John, you'll suffer the consequences.
You know what? I'm tired, but I'm still here.
They're not even trying to hide.
My dad laughed at me for stockpiling weapons. Who's laughing now, you worthless drunk?
Glad I stocked up on ammo before John's seed went ape shit.
Peggies are getting like mad dogs now. I hate it.
It's a miracle you and Pastor Jerome made it out alive.
Treasure your freedom.
Like John Seed is gonna want my shitty car.
Now that Hudson girl can do it all, never slows down. Just the kind of person John loves to break.
If our families are still alive, then they're in a bunker somewhere. You have to do something.
John's always been obsessed with the people in Falls End, and with Mary May in particular.
I hope Hudson will be okay. She's tough as nails, but that just means John's gonna take his time with her.
Let's put 'em all in the ground.
No shortage of brave people around here.
Bullets flying around all over the place now.
Stay positive.
I live simple, and look at me, still alive.
Cult's practically drowning people in broad daylight. It ain't right.
Peggy's got their bombs from the U.S. Army. They're full of nanites that make humans sterile.
We should be doing more to help.
The battle's won, but the war ain't over.
We just gotta stay focused.
We're trapped here in the valley like animals. I wonder if this is how the livestock feels.
Damn search parties at every turn.
John always gets his way. There's no escaping him.
I don't know how we can keep going like this.
That cult's getting ready for war, so let's give them war.
These maniacs have destroyed my family's farm.
We put their backs up against the wall, but that cult still has teeth. The valley's gonna starve if the Peggies keep this up.
I was supposed to atone, but I got away. My brother wasn't so lucky.
I've only heard stories about what happens in John's bunker, none of which you want to hear.
Peggy's got trucks taking everything. Food, gas, people, they're everywhere.
I'd rather die than be saved by an asshole like John.
Deputy Hudson tried to help us, and she wound up as John's hostage.
I tell you, we take out John, we'll have earned ourselves a decent drink.
Imagine working your farm for generations and then having these assholes burn it to the ground.
We're on the offensive, but we gotta shut that cult down fast.
People will keep suffering until John's gone.
Yeah, we're real close to winning now. Nobody quits.
Winning won't bring back those we've lost. At least we can give them a proper burial.
Only a matter of time before this turns real ugly.
All it takes is the right people to get the job done.
It'll be a cold day in hell before I let John mark me.
John's marking us like he's tagging inventory. We're human beings, damn it.
Everyone was so busy prepping for their own doomsday scenario, and no one saw Eden's Gate coming.
All the Peggies are thieves.
I heard there's some kind of cop trapped in John's bunker. If cops aren't safe, what chance do we have?
There's no way John's getting away with this.
There's just no telling what the cult's gonna do next.
You know what would solve this? More people with more guns.
They're outright stealing everything now.
Our people ain't gonna be safe for much longer if this keeps going.
I've never seen a cult use a corporate structure before. Usually it's just one guy. Eden's Gate has a CEO and executives. It's Cult Incorporated.
Cult's not stopping till everything's gone.
They were organizing right under our noses.
Bastards slaughtered my pigs. How am I gonna feed my family now?
How are we supposed to fight back against a cult air force?
If Jesus was here, he'd kick Joseph Seed's pimply white ass.
No shit.
No way the cult's getting away from us.
No second chances. We gotta end Eden's Gate for good.
We're so close to winning this. No sense in stopping now.
It might be a bloody fight, but it'll be glorious.
I got a sister and a brother that have been taken. Only thing I want to do now is fight.
That cult's getting desperate. Gotta keep the pressure on.
If we can get ourselves organized, we'll give these assholes a fight to remember.
I knew folks were fed up, but I wasn't expecting gunfights.
These Peggies are gonna get what they deserve, and then some.
John's gotta know we're coming for him. He'll be ready.
The Peggies think we're easy targets. I'll show them.
Everyone's counting on us. We just gotta keep the pressure on. We got this.
Why doesn't the government do something?
Word's out. Joseph's had it with John. That little punk is backed into a corner now.
Don't matter how many roadblocks they put up, because we'll smash right through them.
The cult's got us outgunned and outmanned.
We don't stand a hope in hell.
Eden's Gate might believe in God, but it sure ain't the real one.
They're so convinced humanity's not long for this world. Maybe there's a reason why.
John ain't a man, he's a pestilence.
John Seed punishes anybody who stands up to him. Make sure nobody gets themselves captured.
If a federal marshal can't bring down Eden's Gate, then we're all fucked.
These cult bastards aren't going away anytime soon.
Last week they took my food stores. What next? My dog?
No one's ever escaped from John's bunker before. This is a first.
Cult tends to problem solve with fire.
I thought I'd seen everything.
Sometimes I can't believe Eden's Gate is a cult.
Shit's hitting the fan, but there's still no place I'd rather be.
Every day more people join our cause. Eden's Gate ain't got a chance.
Maybe John Seed's finally lost his marbles.
Let's make John say no.
We can't hold back. Not now.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when a vile man would rule this place like some dictator.
They're forcing people to get baptized. It's awful.
At best, the cult's treating people like livestock. At worst, like inventory.
Maybe it's time we all taught John Seed the power of no.
Knowing that John's losing control means we're that much closer to winning this.
John needs to be taken down.
Preaching to the choir, my friend.
We don't stop until John's 6 feet under.
Being marked is bad, but still not half as bad as being baptized.
Eden's Gate's sitting on a stockpile of weapons and ammo bigger than we can imagine.
Falls End made it through. We just gotta keep growing in numbers now.
Things are finally starting to go our way.
The power of yes don't give John the right to plunder the valley like this.
I want to make that cult disappear.
The Peggies are really gunning for us lately. Must mean we're doing our jobs.
This reaping can't be allowed to go on. We gotta take a stand or we'll lose everything.
We're setting a good example for others to follow.
We're making good progress. We just gotta keep at it.
If we stick together, we can beat that cult back.
John's baptizing anyone he can get his hands on.
There's this deputy stuck with John. That poor soul.
You and me, we're gonna make Hope County great again.
We saved more people than we lost. The math ain't pretty, but there it is. We need to keep hitting the cult hard and fast.
Counted 15 Peggy planes so far, and the day's not over.
Shit looks bad out there, but I gotta keep a positive attitude.
Swear to God, we're nothing more than livestock to that cult.
Whether we win or lose, we're doing what's right. That's what matters.
I just don't know how much more we can take.
It's up to us to take care of folk who can't fight for themselves.
If the cult keeps burning our fields, we won't have anything left.
It's unconstitutional, I tell you.
I'm damn sure John's holding a key for a deeper level of his bunker.
Some of the locals are fighting back, but they could have did that sooner and things would be different if you ask me.
Fuck John and his weird video mind games.
I'm worried that John's gonna retaliate against Falls End.
I ain't afraid of John. Joseph neither.
Joseph's gotta be pretty mad at John right about now.
We're real close to taking out those fanatics for good.
Shit, folks are too afraid to drive on the roads. No thanks to that damn cult.
I lost so much because of that cult.
This is the worst. Literally the worst.
I'm starting to think that deputy's gonna outlive us all.
We'll give that cult what for.
John Seed is one sick puppy. Avoid him if you can.
I remember hearing there's this deputy who's stuck with John.
If being alive means being afraid all the time, I don't know if it's worth it to, live.
They're stockpiling for the collapse, while we're just trying to live through the day.
I don't want to get taken into a bunker.
Wonder what happened to Joseph Seed that made him so hateful.
I heard they've been taking people's kids, too.
I think we should just rename the place Murderville, USA.
These fanatics are not going to stop. Their purpose in this reality is spreading fear.
So long as the cult's going down, I don't care how it's done.
Thought people around here were tougher than this.
People around here better wake up before it's too late.
What kind of vain asshole sends folks a video of himself?
You know how many people I've met that were convinced the end of the world was happening within the week? 1 million. All of them are as dead as disco.
Used to be. I could drive wherever I wanted. No more.
Peggy's came a few nights ago and took my neighbors away. Just like that. Gone.
Some of the locals are fighting back, but they're outnumbered and they're outgunned.
Those crazy fuckers are out there butchering our cattle right in the goddamn fields. We're done getting pushed around by these freaks.
I no longer care if I live or die. I just want the Peggies gone.
Cults always implode. Eden's Gate isn't long for this world.
No speculating within earshot, please. Still not used to hearing automatic fire in the valley.
Holy mackerel. I'm going to start saying holy mackerel.
I don't know how things got this bad.
I wish I could break every damn bone in John's body.
Don't forget, everyone in this cult has a death wish.
This will not end well for their side, or the sideless ones.
Something's got Eden's Gate more riled up than usual.
I'm sick of seeing Eden's Gate just help themselves to everything in front of them.
Oh God, I hope the resistance will be enough to kill John.
Those cult freaks are more ornery than grouse in mating season.
John and his goon squad got this whole valley running scared.
I don't sleep much these days. Don't imagine most folks in the valley do.
Cult was trouble from day one.
It's really satisfying knowing that everything we do makes John miserable.
People are afraid to step out of their homes. That ain't right.
All I know is it's madness out there.
Well, the cult may be looking for us, but really, we're looking for them. I guess the writing's on the wall now.
John's not long for this world. I'll tell you what.
I'm with you.
I don't want to get marked or baptized or any of that crap.
We're on the brink of ending John Seed for good. I can feel it.
I'm having a never-ending panic attack.
Cult don't stand a chance against true patriots like us.
John's a goddamn monster. Those Peggies are downright cruel. No other word for it.
We're loosening John's grip, bit by bit.
The resistance is putting up a hell of a fight.
How did we let it get this bad? Too proud to send for help, I guess.
Folks are too scared to travel by road now.
There's a lot of wolves out there among the sheep. There's also a lot of woken among the sleep.
I always thought there was something kind of twisted about John.
Pastor Jerome's a godsend for saving that deputy.
It's nuts out here, but we're strong enough to see it through.
We should have done something the moment the cult appeared in the valley.
Don't worry about getting tattooed. There's more than one way to remove a bad tattoo.
We need to work together, or else John Seed's followers will take us out one by one.
Not sure if it says don't kidnap people in the fucking Bible, but maybe it should.
John and his goons don't stand a chance.
More people are gonna follow the example you're setting.
Eden's Gate is looking for you. I don't want to see what happens when they find you.
The cult's planes are coming down on us. We gotta fight back.
The Holland Valley's been paralyzed by John Seed and his goon squads.
We gotta put a stop to this Peggy bullshit.
No point working if everything I earn's gonna be stolen from me.
We can get our valley back, but we'll have to fight for it.
The smart ones either escaped the country ages ago or are deep in hiding.
Apparently Joseph received some sort of sign, and we're all paying the price.
I'm gonna drive right through the next fucking roadblock I see.
A lot of people are following us into battle now. We can't let them down.
We're getting under John's skin.
I don't know if the Resistance knows just how close they are to ridding themselves of the cult. Eden's Gate is in last stand mode.
John's looking for us? He's got it all wrong. We're looking for him.
The valley's a bad choice. I should have never come here.
I'd like to know what set the Peggies off this time.
I've been spoiling for a fight with these Peggies for a long time.
Peggies were friendly enough at first, but they always seemed a little touched in the head.
John Seed's good and pissed off now, so if you hear a plane coming, better take cover.
John Seed's just a puppet, and the father's pulling the strings.
Cult's finally showing their true colors.
John's running roughshod over the entire valley.
Let's see how well Eden's Gate does in a fair fight.
Goddamn. How'd we ever let it come to this?
Peggies are taking everything they can get their hands on. They call it reaping, I call it theft.
Don't like how the Peggies are stopping people from keeping their harvests. What is this, medieval times? I want to know what they're planning.
We've always been a violent country. We were polite about it for a while, but I think this is who we really are.
I just saw one of John's videos. If he thinks he's gonna come and get me, he's got another thing coming.
I tried to get away, but the Peggies forced me off the road and stole my car.
Peggies have done some crazy things before, but never like this.
There's mostly ranchers and farmers here.
They got no choice but to fight now.
Peggies are burning the fields, turning the valley into some kind of hell.
If the cult sets up 10 roadblocks, we'll go through 11.
I'm starting to see more people fight back. I think we might just have a shot.
John's losing his shit. We gotta keep the pressure on him.
The cult can set fire to the whole valley. I still ain't backing down.
We're in this till the very end.
We're still outnumbered and outgunned. We're gonna need more people to rally to our cause.
I tried, but there's no escaping this place. You go near a roadblock, they'll shoot you.
If they force your head underwater long enough, of course you'll agree to whatever they want.
Good people are being forced into hiding because of this cult.
How am I supposed to get anywhere with all these damn roadblocks?
This so-called church ignores basic concepts, like thou shalt not kill. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Round here, if you're not a Peggy, you're a sinner. And there ain't no in-between.
I'm gonna make those fuckers pay for what they did.
Heard the fighting started. Guess we're in for it now.
I've seen too many people die already.
Pastor Jerome is a literal savior.
We can't give up.
We'll show that cult who they're messing with.
Everything we do makes a difference.
John's out for blood now.
They collapse the tunnels and block the roads. We're all trapped here.
It just gets worse and worse.
John Seed's still calling the shots around here.
We gotta try and intercept any of the cult's hunting parties, buy the deputies some breathing room.
What's it gonna take for folks to rise up? They got nothing left.
All this new shit happening is bad, even by Peggy standards.
Can't believe we let John take over so easily.
Maybe John Seed's bitten off more than he can chew.
Why doesn't the government do something? Church is outright stealing from people now.
Deputy Hudson always had a chip on her shoulder, but she doesn't deserve to be at John's mercy.
It's crazy how far the cult's willing to go to get what it wants.
John's gonna force-feed his atonement bullcrap on us.
I don't see things getting better anytime soon.
We gotta get through this somehow.
I see people rising up and fighting back. It's inspiring.
John's losing his grip, and that's because of you, my friend. Proud to know you.
Where the hell is the National Guard? Why doesn't the president send in the army?
I figured out how to get that key off of John's neck. Cut his fucking head off.
With all this pain, suffering, and death, we are in a real war.
If you don't do what Joseph's people say, you're gonna catch a bullet. Or worse.
Peggies are starting to put up roadblocks. That's new.
They've been stealing crops and now they're torching the fields. It's fucking madness.
The cult's dragging people out of their houses in broad daylight. We gotta do something.
We ain't trapped in the valley with Eden's Gate. That cult's trapped in here with us.
Things are finally starting to go our way.
Don't think the cult expected us to fight back like this.
John's so arrogant, he sends you a message telling you he's coming.
If the cult keeps burning fields, there's gonna be nothing left.
I'm willing to die for the valley. But, I'm hoping I won't have to.
What I want to know is, was the cult hoarding airplanes for the collapse?
I heard one of the deputy's partners is trapped in John's bunker.
John can't break us. No way.
These saves are real fighters. The cult knows that now we're getting them in the teeth.
Hell, put a gun in my hands and I'll fight too.
We have to hurt the cult any way we can.
John's losing his cool, and that's a good sign for us.
Anybody who tries to stop Eden's Gate's gonna get killed.
I'd rather fight than put up with any more of that cult's shit.
Won't be long till we get John for good.
I heard the deputies come face to face with the Seeds on more than one occasion.
I'm not gonna stop until all these bastards are dead.
One way or another, we're gonna settle things with John real soon.
John will find you, just a matter of time. My advice, make good use of that time.
I have nightmares about being baptized. Can't believe you got away.
We need to get some planes of our own.
All the civilians are either dead, taken, or holed up. No more Sunday drivers.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick up a gun and fight.
This little squabble's very distracting. My window's closing.
Cult's got a goddamn Air Force, and the only pilot round these parts is Nick fucking Rye.
The Resistance is putting up a good fight, but people are more scared than ever.
Some Peggy asshole with a plane tried to dive bomb us earlier. The nerve.
We gotta get through this somehow.
Pastor Jerome's always keeping one step ahead of the cult, freeing anyone he can.
John's not gonna hold back anymore. We'd best prepare for a real fight.
Every day, new people are getting marked or getting baptized.
We'll make it safe again.
We ain't gonna back down from a fight.
John's trying to keep everyone trapped in the valley.
Cult's sending out search parties for you.
This fishing gear is about all I own now.
Cult dragged Deputy Hudson down to their bunker.
Eden's Gate is out of control.
Everything I ever cared about was destroyed by the cult, and I'm gonna make them pay.
Who died and let John decide who's a sinner?
At this point, if we can't give the cult hell, we can at least give them a hard time.
Time for Merle to get some payback.
We're going to win.
Took one look at that Joseph Seed and I knew right away the man was all hat and no cattle.
Where's the money in kidnapping us? We ain't exactly rich.
Doesn't look like anything's off limits now.
God, I hate seeing people suffering.
Killing in the name of God is bullshit.
All that power of yes nonsense will be met by a resounding no.
John Seed better watch his back.
I never realized how good we had it until those murdering bastards took over.
Warms my heart to see people fighting the good fight.
Praying it's just a rumor that the Peggies burned people alive.
It's like the Civil War, except we're fighting over imaginary sky fairy bullshit.
I don't get it. How can they just take our shit? It's not fair.
Where the hell did that cult get all their guns anyway? Army surplus?
We gotta keep moving if we want to stay one step ahead of that cult.
If John isn't stopped, soon there'll be nothing left.
I know we can win this.
My brothers went into hiding. They're far too young for all this. They're looking for you, and they want you bad.
The people in this valley come from good stock. They won't go down without a fight.
Feeling like you have God-given rights to do whatever you want is a real trip. Peggy's are proving that now.
Guess it's time to put up or shut up.
Glad Mary May's got a bullet connection. We've been going through them so fast these days.
Even before this, we'd been fighting the Peggies for years.
Joseph wants to save souls. I want to save America.
How did things get this bad? Those Peggies just shoot whoever pisses them off.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I'd rather sleep forever than wake up in John Seed's bunker.
Pastor Jerome has saved a load of people in one way or another.
No shortage of brave people around here.
Eden's Gate got free run of the place now.
We gotta stop the Peggies from burning down the whole valley.
I know for a fact that people have gone missing.
John's sanity is not long for this world.
There's only one God, and he sure as shit wouldn't talk to a prick like Joseph.
The Seed family just took out those lawmen like it was no big deal.
I don't understand how Peggies can listen to all of John's bullshit.
Only way to go is forward.
We can take care of this.
We just gotta do our best.
We're some of the only ones left who can fight back.
I'm glad you made it out of that bunker. I hope they didn't ink you.
I'm just trying to keep my head down these days.
I want to run, but I gotta stay and fight.
If I ever get to meet John, I'm bringing my special gun.
Cult burned my home to the ground. I got nothing left to lose.
In my experience, forced religions are never a good thing.
We hit the cult, then move on to the next target, guerrilla style.
Those Peggies are putting up one hell of a fight.
I got an awesome kill record. Think that'll look good on her resume?
John Seed's the devil incarnate, if you ask me.
Old Merle can feel the tension building. It's tense now. There's so many tents, it's like a campground.
It's up to us to change things for the better.
They keep it up. This whole place will blow.
Well, it's do or die for all of us now.
Life expectancy don't look too good for the valley right now.
We got nothing to lose, so we're gonna win.
Didn't think I'd get targeted by the cult. Then I got marked.
We'll have to keep an eye out for any Peggy search parties.
Valley's starting to come together against the cult. Means we got a chance.
It's party time.
Eden's Gate doesn't answer to no one, do they?
How the hell did this happen? This is America.
Wonder how long it'll go on.
The cult knows we're not going down without a fight.
Eden's Gate needs to be broken.
Trust me, nobody wants to run afoul of John the Baptist.
If Joseph Seed wants my home, he's gonna have to kill me for it.
All I know is it's madness out there.
Peggies are hunting us now.
Fuck John Seed and that godforsaken cult.
With the cult playing cat and mouse with our lives, we must become dogs.
It's enough to make you want a bunker.
Peggies think they can take anything, Falls End. They can't take my virginity.
Everybody's scared to death now.
We gotta stop that cult no matter what.
Move an inch, a Peggy shoots you. I'm sick of people dying.
You can bet that cult's hunting for us now.
Enough is enough.
John's feeling the pressure. We just gotta keep it up.
We got no choice but to fight.
The cult takes people and then sorts out where they go. Whoever John doesn't keep, he sends to Jacob. Or Faith.
Such assholes.
Push comes to shove, I'm ready for a fight.
That John Seed's one son of a bitch. We'll do whatever it takes to put John away for good.
Not everyone can fight back, so we gotta fight for him.
We can beat that cult. I know we can.
The only thing these people will understand is violence.
There's little pockets of resistance popping up all over.
That cult took shit over in the blink of an eye.
These people are never gonna stop taking from us. They're gonna keep at it until someone stands up to them.
Doesn't matter. We all die in the end.
Gotta wonder how long the cult's been planning this.
That cult takes more than the IRS.
Wish I could meet John just so I can put a bullet in his head.
If we keep moving, we'll be all right. That cult's pushing back hard. I think we're getting to him.
Peggy's ain't gonna take my home, my family.
What's it gonna take before we do something?
This is war, plain and simple.
It sure isn't the same place I grew up in.
The Peggies had this plan the whole time.
Guess the only way to get rid of these bastards is to do it ourselves.
Maybe John will go crying to his father. Nobody's gonna stop us.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, I've been practicing throwing darts at John's picture.
Eden's Gate won't be happy until this valley's been picked clean.
A few people tried to stand up to John when this shit started, and they got crushed.
Settling in the valley was a terrible idea.
No one outside of Hope County's gonna help us. We gotta do this ourselves.
Eden's Gate used to let people come to them. Now, they're serial kidnappers.
Look at what the Seed family's done to the county.
People have tried to get away from John, but it never ends well.
Sometimes I think violence is the only language the cult understands.
We're still alive, so we can make a difference.
I want our lives back.
They think they can scare us off with planes?
We've been fighting this damn cult for too long. I'm too old for this.
John can't hide from us forever. His days are fucking numbered.
They're just a bunch of murderers and thieves.
Hey, keep it down, will ya?
If the cult can't take it, they burn it. They're like pyromaniac toddlers.
Eden's Gate took so much from everybody, I hate them in my guts.
People are starting to fight back, and it's all thanks to you.
Be careful. Peggy's will pick you up and put you on a work detail. Or maybe something worse. I think the church finally messed with the wrong people.
John's got one of those faces you just want to punch.
Joseph and his friends are really cleaning people out.
You push John right up to the edge. Now, all we gotta do is push him over it.
Cult's still digging its heels in.
All the cult ever does is lie.
Castle doctrine. Those cultists show up at my door. I'm gonna defend myself with extreme prejudice.
No way the cult's going down without a fight.
We'll take down every damn Peggy airplane we see. That's dangerous talk.
There's no way this can go on with Eden's Gate hoarding everything.
Can't believe the balls on him.
Fucking Peggy's taking everything from everyone. All this time, the cult was fattening us up for the kill.
We all might get killed, but at least we'll die fighting.
I may not be good for much, but I'm ready to fight.
Eden's Gate is really harshing my buzz.
Wonder how the rest of the county's doing.
We gotta stop that cult before things get worse.
Gonna send those sorry cult sons of bitches to an early grave.
It took everything I had to move here. I have nowhere else to go.
Just straight up taking things from those less fortunate is not how this country was founded.
I don't feel safe in my own home anymore.
There ain't gonna be much left of the valley at the rate the cult's going.
If it comes to a fight, I'll do my part.
Don't stick your neck out unless you want to lose your fucking head.
I can't go out and hunt anymore without looking over my shoulder.
Heard Pastor Jerome risked his neck to save that deputy. Hope it was worth the trouble.
Apparently Eden's Gate never got the old "thou shalt not steal" memo.
We can't just sit around and let John do whatever he wants.
Right now, John's taking anything he wants and getting away with it.
I knew they were gonna put up a fight, but I want them gone.
You know, I heard they expect to be underground for years.
I've been hearing that fights are breaking out all over the valley.
We should have stood up to these bastards a long time ago.
We must be doing something right if they're hunting us like this.
Burning fields is just the thing to make it look like Armageddon here.
Whatever happens, don't let John take you inside that bunker. You don't come out the same.
You know, if any of these seeds ran for office, they'd win in a landslide. Mind control charisma just oozes off them.
The cult can block the roads all they want. We'll smash right through them.
They're taking people to try and save them. We're not the ones who are going to need saving.
We got kidnapped people and good folks are too scared to fight.
I saw John's video over my cousin's shoulder. I hope that doesn't mean I'm marked too.
I've heard some pretty brutal stories about what happens when John wants you to confess.
John thinks he can mark me and get away with it? I got news for that prick.
Eden's Gate is gonna get me. I just know it.
Cult's putting up a hell of a fight, but we got this.
We can't let this shit go on any longer.
This place was sleepy as hell till Eden's Gate showed up. I warned them.
Such assholes.
We have the right of assembly. It's in the Constitution.
Everything was building to this.
Peggy's will be hunting us before too long, but don't worry. I got your back.
Falls End is pretty bad, but it's still better than Pittsburgh. You ever spend a day there? Do yourself a favor and don't.
Cults running around like they own the place.
Don't see a lot of normal folk left out here. Everyone's chosen a side.
The church still has us under their thumb.
Think I'm ready to let my gun do the talking.
Asshole Peggy's took all my exercise equipment. Jerks.
I know this is an unpopular opinion, but what if Joseph's right about the end of the world?
The cult's collapse is here. It's all about interpretation.
I don't understand how a tattoo's meant to absolve anything. It's nonsense.
John's going down, no matter what it takes.
Been hearing more planes and bombs going off. We must be doing something right.
John sent out the Chosen. They're basically the cult's super soldiers.
I'm not going to stop until every single follower of Eden's Gate lies dead at my feet.
It's pretty obvious the church is just outright stealing now.
Cults patrolling the roads and the rivers, taking everything and everyone they come across.
We just need to hold on until help gets here.
The Peggies ain't gonna quit.
People just want to push through and end all this.
That cult's taking people I care about.
Never seen the Peggies like this before. Can't believe they went from 0 to 60. We should have done something.
John Seed's just gonna keep rolling if we let him.
Damn, so many people we gotta help.
All that power of yes nonsense makes me want to puke.
We'll take out all them Peggies. Don't you worry none.
Somebody should just shoot that John Seed.
John's holed up in his bunker. You know his atheist masters use it for sexual rituals, right? Fact.
John's starting to sound a little unhinged. I think we're getting to him.
Where am I gonna scrounge up more ammo?
Cult's starting to take people now. We gotta stop them.
John marks people by sending them a video about the power of yes.
Cult's out of control now, and we're all to blame.
We are so close to getting rid of John. I can feel it.
We gotta keep attacking every cult target we can find.
We're really turning the tide here.
Time to put an end to these assholes.
I'd sure hate to be a Peggy right about now.
I won't stop till the last of them are gone.
The cult's stepping up their game. We gotta do the same.
John's gotta be losing respect in the eyes of his father.
Not many people make it out of a face-to-face with the Seeds.
We're gonna make the Peggies wish they never came here.
You're inspiring the locals to draw a line in the sand against the Peggies.
They'll run around like headless chickens at the first shot.
We're real close to winning this. I can feel it.
Do we still have enough ammo for this? Feels like we've been at it for years.
John's gonna do something crazy to get back at all of us.
We're gonna win. We can't let John get a hold of anything else.
I'd rather die than live in Joseph Seed's world.
There are more of us fighting back now. We can win this.
The sounds of propellers haunt my dreams.
The world's a better place with John Seed dead. I'm for the instant death penalty for people like that. Don't drag it out with a judge, jury, media circus, and supermax prisons.
I'm gonna sleep for a week. Then I'm gonna build a goddamn motherfucking underground bunker.
We're running things here, just as it should be. Thank freaking Christ.
I hate to be gladdened by the news of death, but Faith was such a wretched, broken person. She can rot in hell.
We may never know the truth about Faith,
But John's nuttiness is cut and dry, in my opinion.
Those cultists better fucking run from us now.
Gonna take forever to clean this place up, but it'll be better than new when we're done.
I never had the urge to desecrate remains, but John's different. Just want to stomp on his bones.
I'm hanging up my gun, and I'm never touching it again.
If I ever needed proof that we all gotta look out for ourselves out here, this whole ordeal was it.
Eden's Gate will just be a bad memory soon.
Gives me life to see Eden's Gate in such disarray. I hope the whole operation scatters forever.
I cannot believe Jacob's seed is gone for good. Amen.
I can finally appreciate the beauty of this place again. It was a bit ugly there for a while.
However John died, he deserved worse.
Glory, glory, it's good to be alive.
I'm never going anywhere without a gun again. Sure, we're safe, but I learned my lesson.
You are an inspiration.
Freedom. Now, if this ain't the most American feeling there is.
Glad to have helped you win this place's freedom.
You're becoming a folk hero around here.
Word's gonna spread about what you done here. Cults will be looking for you, so be careful.
USA! USA! Not gonna chant with me? I don't even give a shit. USA! USA!
Wish I could have taken some pot shots at John's body. Probably for the best. Would have gotten ugly.
Damn, it's like a cancer's been cured round here. Life's coming back.
We freed this place. Let's try to enjoy it.
We're Hope County through and through. No one from the city could hold a candle to what we can do.
I learned a valuable lesson from all this. Fuck if I can say what it is, but I sure learned something.
Those idiot cult pricks will think twice about showing up here again.
Keep in touch. If the cult gets you, I want to know about it.
Our prayers were answered. Maybe the Lord really is looking out for us. We fought for this. We fought for this good, free feeling.
Don't be surprised to see a couple statues raised in your honor around here when this is all done.
Disaster aftermath is always harder than the disaster. But Eden's Gate was hardly an act of God.
We cut out part of the cancer, you know? We're in remission.
I heard Joseph is pissed. Good. Let that fuckwad stew in his own juice. Thank Jesus, Mary, and Joseph we're okay. No, wait. Not Joseph. Fuck that guy. We got this place liberated with people power, not divine intervention. We didn't need nobody's help to free ourselves. Now, if that ain't the most Montana thing you ever heard.
Eden's Gate preyed on us at our lowest. If we don't want this to happen again, we gotta take care of each other.
The massive anvil around my neck's been taken off. I can breathe again, holy God.
That cult's fallen like a house of cards. They're shaking.
You know what? I'm gonna have a barbecue. I'll even do the vegetarian crap. I'm just glad to be back.
My digestion's gone out of whack since this whole thing started. Maybe now I can get regular again.
Don't think I'll ever be able to hear an airplane without heading for the basement.
The resistance is a classic power to the people situation.
John's bunker's collapsed, but I still want to fill in the cracks with concrete. Put the souls there to rest. We're coming back to normal? What a concept.
Jesus H. Christ.
I see humanity in a whole new way now. I need a beer.
There's no forgiveness in me for cult followers. Collaborators, all of them.
Feel like I've been given a new lease on life.
Good day to be free.
John's dead? Really dead? As a doornail?
You're bringing out the best in people. When this is all over, you should write a book.
I'm gonna throw the biggest cookout, soon as I get my hands on a grill again.
Cults always fall apart, but something tells me Eden's Gate would still be going strong if not for you.
Shame about John's bunker. Maybe the community could have used it for something.
The cult's running scared.
I never want to see another bearded man again. I might have a long way to go.
The longer John's in the ground, the more his body decomposes and the lighter I feel.
Eden's Gate's skittering away like cockroaches when the lights turned on. They'll get stomped out soon.
Feels good to have the resistance running the place, instead of holding it together with spit and a dream.
I've never been so tickled at the thought of a dead man. Fuck John Seed.
The cult is losing pieces from its tower faster and faster. Won't be nothing left soon.
John's burning in hell,
and I can sleep through the night again.
Hallelujah, we're free at last.
I love Montana, but maybe I'll move somewhere with cell service so this never happens to me again.
Time to kick up my feet and never hear the word cult ever the fuck again.
Feels good to breathe free air again.
Soon this'll all be just a bad dream.
The only reason we got this win is because Hope County was full of guns. Imagine if we didn't have any. We'd be royally fucked.
The Resistance runs the place now. And it's funny. I've never felt more represented by my leaders.
I just want to climb a roof and roar like a lion. Feels good to be home.
The Resistance is a force to be reckoned with now. That's 'cause of you, you know?
If living out here has taught me anything, it's that the only person looking after you is you.
Celebrating the death of a human being is always weird. But John Seed wasn't no human being. Not to me.
Not to tempt the fates or anything, but I feel invincible.
I used to say I'd die before John could take me. Turns out he died first.
I put a book down when everything started going to hell. I can finally finish it now.
I'm very ready for my life to go back to normal. I wasn't cut out for bloody times.
As soon as you and Hudson showed up here, I knew y'all were the type to save us from this bullshit.
Who, Nelly? How the fuck am I supposed to go back to normal after this?
Ha! John never got me. I was marked and everything.
The word peace has a whole new meaning now.
We sure paid a heavy price to get rid of those bastards.
So that's the end of John Seed.
Still a few Peggies left in the valley, but without John, they're lost.
Now we gotta put the pieces back together. God didn't change the world, we did.
Still a few Peggies left to take care of, but look around. We did it.
History has a tendency to repeat itself. Wonder how long this peace will last.
Still some stray Peggies here and there. Nothing we can't handle. John's dead. That's what matters.
I never doubted us for a second.
We're all gonna be better off.
I was gonna pick up a gun, but glad I didn't have to.
We still got work to do, but we've got a good start.
Ain't a Peggy in sight these days.
Never thought I'd live to see 'em gone.
Glory, glory, hallelujah! I can finally drink again.
I will never take my freedom for granted again.
I'm going back to my house. See if it's still standing after all this fighting.
Looks like the Peggies are done for good.
We did this together.
I say we all go celebrate.
The valley's starting to feel like home again.
We can take back what's ours now.
I don't know what we're supposed to do with all the Peggies left behind.
Cult's out of the valley, but now we got problems we can't shoot.
This is gonna get taught in schools one day.
The valley's gonna see better days. I'll make sure of it.
The cult's got nothing here. They're done.
Still got a few Peggies who didn't get the message. We'll get to them soon enough.
It'll be nice to go into town and not worry about getting shot.
Yeah, we made it happen.
I'm glad we won, but it came at a pretty steep price.
We'll have to deal with the Peggies that got left behind.
Looking forward to the most boring shit now that John's dead, you know? I'm tickled to do laundry and not get my head shoved underwater in the name of the Lord.
Glad to see the last of those lunatics.
Fishing's kept me sane through all this.
Now it's time to rebuild. We did this together.
Makes me smile to think of how pissed Joseph's gotta be right now.
It's like we found our collective balls or something.
Valley's free of the cult. Only a few stragglers left.
Can't start the party yet when there's still work to do.
I don't want to celebrate too early. Joseph's still out there.
Life is so much simpler with those fanatics gone.
I hope the devil makes John atone.
That bunker was giving us so much trouble. Glad it's gone.
I know I breathe easier these days.
Good job killing that John Seed. What are you waiting for? Go send Joseph Seed to hell.
Things are getting back to normal round here. Thank God. I'm so proud I was a part of this. I hope John's burning in hell right now.
Says something that Joseph didn't save his brother. Family really doesn't mean shit to these people.
Hard to believe we were so scared of the Peggies.
Wonder if Jerome or Mary's managed a body count yet. Wish I could be happy it's all over, but that's weighing on my mind.
They're gonna write songs and poems about the day we freed the Holland Valley.
I want to write a book about what we did here.
We're long overdue for some peace and quiet, so shut up. Look around you, Deputy. This is all 'cause of you.
Cross John off the list. But this won't end until Joseph's dead and buried.
Life will get back to normal at some point.
I can go back to raising crops instead of shooting guns.
You really did a number on this place. In a good way, obviously.
Hallelujah. Now I can go back to drinking alone and surfing porn.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
It's gonna be Joseph's turn to face the music before too long.
I'm so glad that bunker is rubble. We can lay that nightmare to rest.
It's gonna be a hell of a story to tell the grandkids.
We came, we saw, we kicked the shit out of Eden's Gate. I hope it's finally over.
Valley's free, but we ain't seen the end of the cult just yet.
Thank Christ we pushed that cult out of the valley.
It's such a relief.
John the Baptist is dead, but Joseph is still out there somewhere. We gotta find him and end this.
I got some regrets, but fighting ain't one of them.
Yeah, we did a good job.
We can rebuild our lives.
I want to dance on John's grave.
I wonder if I could have used John's bunker for something.
Those bastards got a taste of their own medicine.
Never thought this day would come.
Still a few cultists about. They're like roaches.
Time to rebuild. Get things back to the way they were.
And to think my parents said I'd never accomplish anything with my life.
Now we gotta rebuild what's left.
We're getting back to normal, but no one's ever gonna be the same.
I am feeling so stoked right now.
A lot of people lost their lives out here. We'll remember them.
This place is back in our own hands now. It's a good feeling.
I'm not putting away my gun just yet, though.
Nothing's over until we take out Joseph.
I knew we could take the valley back.
Who are we? The damn Resistance is who?
Finally! This trivial matter is behind us.
John was gonna die sooner or later. Sure glad it was sooner.
This won't be done until Joseph's dead. Mark my words.
Someone has to bring Joseph down.
Whatever. I'm a pacifist.
A true hero led us to victory, and we will lead them to transcendence.
Time to rebuild. Lots of work to do.
John's death is the best news I've heard in years.
We have suffered enough to earn peace.
Hope we've seen the last of those cult pricks.
Good riddance to crazy people.
I knew it. I knew you'd be the one to take out John.
We took back our valley. Well, it was all them folks with guns, but I was there for moral support.
Wish I could be happy about this, but we ain't out of the woods yet.
I hope that church never comes back.
Hope that's the last we see of Eden's Gate.
Good riddance, John Seed. Hope everyone's took a piss on his grave.
Everyone forgets that the problem with being ahead is that you can only get behind.
Joseph must be losing his shit right about now.
We're gonna rebuild this community. Together.
We'll make this place feel like home in no time.
Man, I was freaking terrified. Finally, I can breathe again.
Life without the Peggies around is gonna be so sweet.
Let this be a lesson to the goblins. Hope County will not be a part of your globalist regime.
I prayed so hard for John to die, and boy, did God deliver. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling pretty good about this fight.
We got our home back.
Can't believe that deputy got rid of John.
John's death gave us the valley back.
We're on the side of victory today. Tomorrow there is no guarantee.
Without John, the valley can start rebuilding.
I'm proud of what we've done here.
Holland Valley's the new beacon of hope.
We did good.
Heard you buried John's bunker. It was only a matter of time for him after that, huh?
Now I just have to get rid of this tattoo I never wanted.
John Seed is dead. Feels good saying that.
Yep, we did a pretty fine job taking out Eden's Gate.
We can celebrate when Joseph's dead.
Can't wait to move back into the family ranch.
Long live the resistance.
There'll be plenty of time for celebrating after we finish off Joseph.
Things will be back to normal before you know it.
Someone better tell that Joseph he's next.
I can finally say hallelujah without sounding cultish. I wish my folks were still here.
Goddamn, but we're heroic. Whole lot of mess to clean up, but we'll clean it up together.
Now that we've won the valley, thinking I ought to head north or east. Find where the fighting's at.
John's gone. It's already easier to breathe now.
Now maybe things can get back to normal.
know I should be happy about this, but we still got work to do.
I'm gonna remember this for a long time.
Bye-bye, Bunker. Bye-bye, John Seed.
Wonder how long it'll take the Peggy Scragglers to realize they're outnumbered now.
You know, that wasn't so bad.
You really freed this place. I wasn't sure you could do it, but shit, you did.
So we can all take our shit back now?
As long as Joseph's still out there, we can't rest.
Would've liked to see the look on John Seed's face when they got him.
Valley's doing good, but I wonder how things are looking in the rest of the county.
John sure got what was coming to him.
Hopefully people can get back to their homes now.
I can just imagine the look on Joseph's face right now.
Them cultists won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Does feel good to have nothing looming over us.
I'll never forget what they did here.
The valley belongs to us, and the cult belongs 6 feet under.
Even that bunker is gone. The cult's got nothing left here. I hope Joseph knows he's next.
It wasn't easy, but we did it.
Everybody's gonna be having a time celebrating what we did to John. But Joseph's still out there.
I knew the good guys would win.
The death of Jonathan Seed means good energy will return.
Wouldn't break out the party hats just yet. Valley's free, but the cult's still got some teeth.
Normal's a long ways off in the valley, but with breathing room, we have a start.
Does my heart good seeing people reunited with their loved ones.
It'll be a long time before I stop looking over my shoulder.
Every generation's got a story. This one's ours.
If you ask me, John Seed got what was coming to him.
All that matters is we put a stop to these Satanists before they steal all of our life force.
One of these days, someone's gonna have to write a story about all of this.
Well, someone turned that cult into martyrs. Got their wish.
We won. Last Peggy sticking around the valley deserves a bullet in the head.
I was beginning to think we'd never see this day.
John baptized you, but he couldn't stop your persistent ass, could he? Way to go.
Now we gotta get the rest of them.
Things might just be getting better.
Let's just hope the Peggies are gone for good.
Who knew it was gonna be this easy?
Thinking about opening up a business here, now that it's safe and all. Car wash, maybe.
See what happens when people stand up for themselves?
Let's hope everyone who's missing turns up okay.
We stuck together, and we made it happen.
I wonder if things can ever really go back to normal. People are starting to come home. It's all thanks to you.
We sure paid a heavy price to get rid of those bastards.
Free. We're finally free here.
Good riddance. I just want to go home to my wife now.
I hope Joseph dies next.
Sure is calm around here now.
I'm seeing people return to their homes. Warms the heart.
Yeah, the valley's gonna be all right.
Eden's Gate better not try anything. We'll just kick them right out again.
Our prayers finally been answered.
It's nice to hear the grouse instead of gunfire again.
Life's just gonna get better from here on out. Turns out guns are the solution to all life's problems.
See you in hell, John.
Can't tell if the Peggies that are left are just diehards or they didn't get the memo about John yet.
I can't believe we pulled it off. I thought this day would never come.
This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. You'll see.
Wish I could get front row seats to watch John crash and burn.
I feel lucky that I'm still alive after all this.
Well, I'm glad that bunker's gone.
Things won't be the way they were.
We showed those power of yes assholes what for.
Feels like we can breathe again.
Holland Valley's free. On to the next thing.
I'm so glad I won't have to be looking over my shoulder anymore.
That cult left us with a mess, but we'll manage.
It's a beautiful time to be alive.
It's about fucking time someone stopped that cult.
His ordeal has convinced me that atheism is the better way.
We did good, all of us.
We won the battle, now it's time to rebuild.
Sounds like we had some outside help this time around.
I can't believe we're finally free.
God, I hope we've seen the last of that bunch.
We run this place. It's really ours again.
Well, somehow we managed to kick those assholes off our land. Now that John's gone, we're gonna be picking shotgun shells out of the dirt for ages.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time before Joseph tries to spin John's death to his own advantage.
I wish I could have seen John's face when he died.
You like to mention that.
You're showing people a way to stand up to John and his crew.
Happy we don't have to live in fear anymore.
Kiss my ass, Eden's Gate. I hope John rots in hell.
Everything seems a bit lighter now that I know John Seed is dead.
I'm real proud to be part of the Resistance.
Dunno if we can ever go back to how it was before, but at least we get a second chance.
Gonna go piss on John's grave at the earliest opportunity.
Gotta keep an eye out for Peggies who didn't catch on yet.
We chased those Peggy fucks right out of the valley.
I knew the Resistance was gonna win here. This country was founded on a group of rebels who had the guts to give King George the finger. Pardon my French.
I sure hope this is the end of the Peggies around here.
Nobody's safe until Joseph Seed is done for.
Most important thing is we want our freedom back.
John Seed's dead. That's some good news right there.
We won't let anyone take our home from us again. Gonna be hard to go back to my day job after this.
I am so glad those crazy cultist fucks are gone.
We've shown that we can resist the Peggies. Won't be long until the whole county's pushing back.
Hope someone put a stake through the heart of John Seed's corpse. Not saying I'm superstitious, but it couldn't hurt.
Things are so much better now.
Valley's starting to feel like home again.
John's dead. Now we just gotta find Joseph.
Who knew it was gonna be this easy?
It's gonna take time to rebuild, but we can do it.
This land is ours. Won't let it slip through our fingers ever again.
We've given the valley back to the right people.
No more Peggies around here. Just us decent folk.
It's like we found our collective balls or something.
Unbelievable.
We've cleansed the valley by kicking the cult out of here.
Having a little trouble believing this is the end of it.
It's like a giant weight's been lifted off everyone around here.
We said we'd make things right, and we did.
At last, the valley is free of John Seed.
It's good to know there are people you can count on when the shit hits the fan.
John Seed got what he deserved.
This isn't over yet. Not by a long shot.
We've all got to come together and rebuild.
If only we could kill John twice.
People are saying that with John gone, things will get back to normal. They won't, but at least they'll get better.
I'm just glad we beat those bastards. John's dead, his bunker's gone. All in all, life's pretty sweet right now.
With John gone, that cult won't be bothering us anymore.
It's like a giant weight's been lifted off the entire valley.
No one said it'd be easy, but no one said we couldn't do it.
I'm thinking about hanging up my rifle.
We helped a lot of people.
It's gonna take some time to set things right.
Sure is nice.
Nothing better than winning.
That cult made quite a mess.
Life's getting back to normal now.
I'm pretty stoked.
We had some close calls, but in the end, we smashed John Seed and his flunkies. Booyah!
Eden's Gate is done. Feels like waking up from a nightmare.
Freedom is precious. Glad we have it back now.
People are never gonna believe what happened in this valley.
I hope John rots in hell.
The cult ain't much without John Seed. We did it.
If we can take back Holland Valley, we can take back the rest.
Woohoo! I'm gonna grab me a six-pack and a cowboy and celebrate!
I can't believe John's well and truly dead.
The way you fucked John Seed up, hell, I bet the others are fucking scared now.
Yeah, I don't think this shit show's over yet.
The valley's safer than ever.
All of this was kind of amazing. The valley's gonna be okay.
John's dead as a doornail. God, I wish I'd been there to see him die.
I can't believe we did it.
We can breathe easy again.
That bunker gave us all sorts of problems. Good thing it's gone.
Hope we've seen the last of those bastards. How do you even go back to a day job after this?
Nothing like the sweet taste of victory.
We sent those tattooed babies crying back to their daddy.
Wait, the fighting's over?
It's such a relief.
Fuck John Seed and his whole family.
John's dead and I'm still alive. This is a miracle.
See? All we had to do was stand up to the Peggies.
I guess Eden's Gate finally pushed it too far.
I'd like to tie a rope around John Seed's lifeless corpse and drag him up Main Street.
Peggies may be tucking tail and running out of the valley, but we still got nature's fury to worry about.
Now we gotta rebuild what's left.
I'm just happy to be alive.
I want to be there when Joseph gets his.
How we gonna go back to normal after all this?
Good riddance, John Seed, and good riddance, Peggies.
We got the valley back. Never thought I'd see this day.
Never in a million years did I think we'd get rid of John.
A celebration of peace is not something that can be planned.
Can't wait to get drunk.
That's how you deal with bullies. You fight back.
We just drove that sorry-ass cult out of our valley.
God, I love this country. We made Eden's Gate pay for all the hurt they caused.
Should keep an eye out for any stragglers. Hard part's over, but there's still work to do.
I'm just gonna take a moment to remember those who didn't make it.
Peggy fucks have been hightailing it in all directions.
You put the Resistance in charge of the place now. Talk about a good change in management.
Those cult freaks held on to the bitter end. Good riddance.
I sure hope we've seen the last of the Peggies.
You know, people here got the means to fight Eden's Gate. But what they need is inspiration, hope. Don't let them down.
Know what comes after a baptism? A confession. And a damn ugly tattoo.
You get tattooed? We got a 1 in 7 chance of getting matching ink.
Cult's got something nasty in store for you. Hold fast.
If you're marked, John will send you a video. It's like a sick invitation.
You got someone in John's bunker. Join the club.
Joseph Seed ain't happy. Best news I heard all month.
You're putting other people ahead of yourself. That's decent of you.
If you keep doing what you're doing, we can survive.
Quite the performance you put on. We owe you a debt of gratitude.
John's turning his gaze back on Fall's End. That won't end well.
Next time you're that close to one of the seeds, do us all a favor and end 'em.
After that stunt with Joseph, I ain't surprised John's after you.
John's bunker is like a prison. You got a plan to break in?
Keep your friends close and your enemies way over there.
Heard Pastor Jerome saved you. He did the same for me.
Colt sent out people to take you to John. Watch out.
After John marks you, you can run and hide, but not for long.
Take care of yourself first, and everybody else next.
What was your sin? John said mine is sloth.
No one gets away from John. Maybe you'll be the first.
You're attracting a lot of attention, especially from John Seed.
The way you stormed in here? Not sure yet if you're an angel or a devil.
You met John and Joseph? Don't know what I would have done.
John cleansed you, but I bet you feel a bit dirty.
Sooner or later, John Seed's gonna mark you.
Careful, John's gonna try and make you atone.
You got a marking video, huh? Grim stuff.
If John gets his hands on you, you'll wish you were dead.
World's gone crazy. You gotta do what it takes to stay alive.
Getting baptized is bad. Confessing is worse.
Patience. Big fish come to those who wait.
You got marked. That's a shit deal.
Bet you have a good reason to come to this godforsaken valley.
If you get marked, it means John's coming for you.
Couldn't save them all. You never can in times like these.
I got respect for anyone who can make John lose his cool the way you do.
Everyone I know who got marked gets taken. Be careful.
You are driving John crazy. Don't stop.
You get a video from John yet? If not, you will.
If the cult gets you, they're gonna want to cleanse you.
John will do everything he can to get you to say yes.
You're looking for a deputy, right? She's with John. Sooner or later, John's gonna send you a video.
You're driving John and Joseph freaking crazy, my friend.
Getting baptized sucks, but it ain't as bad as confessing.
People are scared out there, but they could use your help.
I don't know you, but I have a good feeling about you.
When John wants you found, he doesn't stop. Ever.
Just a heads up. A lot of people are getting taken around here.
Any enemy of Eden's Gate is a friend of mine.
You look like you've seen some shit. Welcome to the club.
You escaped John's bunker? Well, I'll be damned.
If you see a Peggy, please shoot him in the face for me.
Wow, I didn't think anyone could escape from that bunker.
You met Joseph and survived, which is a miracle.
Never underestimate the power of a good fishing trip.
Don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you're here.
You need to put every cultist you see in the ground.
If you got away from John, There's hope for the others.
It's okay to take a minute to prepare before joining the fight.
You're real lucky Pastor Jerome was there to save your ass.
You escaped from John's bunker? I don't believe it.
Every cultist in the valley is trying to kill you.
You're giving John a hard time. I bet Joseph's aware.
If John catches you, that's bad news.
You saw John and lived? Wow.
John and Joseph must be real ugly up close.
Got that video from John Seed? If not, you'll get one.
Dodged a bullet. Getting away from John like that.
You get one of them ugly-ass tattoos? Hope not.
So you're the deputy. Hope you find your friends.
Jerome can't save everyone. You got lucky.
Being marked is a bad rap. Sorry, friend. Pastor Jerome's got nothing but good things to say about you.
You can expect a creepy video from John soon.
You got baptized. That's some crap-ass luck.
You're one of the deputies that tried to arrest Joseph.
Anyone who fucks with a cult like you do is okay with me.
You can't run from John. He'll find you.
We can do this. We're all in this together.
Must have done some Houdini shit to get out of that bunker.
We're counting on you to save everyone in the bunker. Don't know if you've noticed, but John sent out planes.
Joseph is pissed and John's losing his grip on reality.
Don't let the Peggies get their hands on you. Trust me.
Pastor Jerome is a blessing. Damn good man. It's a miracle you're not in John's bunker right now.
Heard you got marked. That's real unfortunate.
Don't know about you, but I'm trying to stay off the roads.
Getting baptized is rough. I feel for you.
I hope you never see the inside of John's bunker.
You got baptized? That fucking sucks.
If you find John, you'll find your missing partner.
Good to see someone who appreciates my sport.
Heard Jerome saved you. He does that.
Getting marked is just the start. It gets worse.
Life in the valley's taking a turn for the worse.
John's got Deputy Hudson. You gotta save her.
Sooner or later, you're gonna need some help.
John's taken everything and everyone we love.
I hope you never see the inside of that bunker.
Thought you died after what happened at Joseph's compound.
I can't believe you got out of the cult's bunker.
You got a gun? You're gonna need a gun.
Watch yourself on the roads. Cult's blocking them.
If you hear wolves, start running.
You're inspiring a lot of people to fight back.
Wasn't much of a resistance till you came along.
It ain't easy, but I know you're doing your best.
Because of you, the Resistance has a chance now. You're lucky Pastor Jerome stepped in the way he did.
Your time isn't wasted if it's spent fishing.
You should grab what you can and then get out.
Word is that John put you underwater.
Because of people like you, we got a fighting chance.
You're kicking Peggy ass. Love it.
You're exposing all of John's secrets. Keep it up.
You're real inspiration to all of us fighting back.
I want you to kill every last cultist you can.
You're starting to make a name for yourself.
Meeting John and Joseph sounds like a nightmare.
Word of warning. John's relentless.
Once you get John's video, he's coming after you.
You're giving Eden's Gate just what they deserve.
I got baptized too. It sucked.
John thought he was invincible until he met you.
You got John going all squirrely.
You're gonna make Joseph disown John.
You're gonna have to dig deep to fight the cult.
Everything's gonna be okay as long as you keep fighting.
John's getting crazier and more dangerous.
You don't look like you're with Eden's Gate.
You must be something special to get out of the bunker. Joseph is getting pissed, and John's feeling the heat.
Good to have another fishing mind around.
You're gonna free Deputy Hudson. I know it.
Cult's sending out planes and search parties after you.
We've got a fighting chance with you at our side.
Wherever we're headed there together.
Only a matter of time before you get dunked.
We're counting on you to get people out of the bunker.
You got a guardian angel, that's for sure.
The cult is looking high and low for your ass.
You are public enemy #1 for Eden's Gate.
Can't imagine seeing Joseph in person.
Not gonna be easy to fight that cult alone.
You're the reason there's called planes in the sky.
Word is John's holding your partner against her will.
Do whatever it takes to stay out of John's bunker.
Pastor Jerome is a better man than most.
Next time you see John, you kill him.
You better be well prepared to survive out here.
You're never angry long after you start fishing.
John's going apeshit, and you made it happen.
Eden's Gate sure hates you something fierce.
Glad you made it out of John's bunker in one piece.
Good to see another fishing enthusiast.
You gotta get poor Hudson out of John's bunker.
Aren't a lot of people who've stepped up like you have.
Maybe John will mark you. Maybe he won't.
With just one look, I knew you weren't a Peggy.
You're showing that cult what sinners can do.
I bet you're making Joseph real unhappy. You gotta tear that key off of John's neck.
You're out of luck, 'cause nobody escapes from John.
I hope the cult didn't force a tattoo on you.
You're goddamn relentless. You must have a horseshoe up your ass.
I hate to think what would have happened without you.
You're really making John lose his cool.
I can spot the law from a mile away.
Pastor Jerome snatched you from the jaws of death. Those freaks will burn everything down to find you.
Don't know how you're alive after a run-in with John.
If you want Joseph, you gotta get through John.
With you here, the resistance is looking good.
Careful. John Seed's coming for you.
You're pissing off the Peggy something fierce.
It's okay to be scared. I know I am.
Cult's pulling out all the stops looking for you.
You're getting famous round here.
You're pretty brave to bear arms against John.
Can't believe you met two of the Seeds at once.
I think you might actually stop the reaping.
You can expect a welcome video from John.
You can take a break from the chaos here.
Thanks to you, we're making real progress.
Folk around here are starting to talk about you.
Before you, John never lost his cool.
Heard you got up close and personal with John.
Thanks to you, the resistance is getting noticed.
Keep moving. Make it hard for them to catch you.
Getting noticed by John ain't a good thing.
You've got good arms for casting a line.
Can't figure out why they want you alive.
You gotta stop them from burning everything.
You gotta do something. It's getting worse.
I can't imagine what you're going through right now.
You and Jerome probably got a lot in common.
Seeing you round here is a good sign.
I love how you mess with Eden's Gate.
You're giving John one hell of a migraine.
The cult is crumbling like a pie crust.
You gotta get that key from John's neck.
The cult's raising the fields until they find you.
It's kind of dangerous being out here on your own.
Always nice to see a fishing friend.
If you ask me, John's got your partner.
I hope you can stop him from burning everything.
You're not real popular with the Seed family. You're making those Peggies shit their pants.
Nice to have you around my way again.
I hope your baptism wasn't too painful.
Glad to see we're not alone against that cult.
You're the secret weapon I heard about.
Did the Peggies take someone from you too?
You'll have to stay one step ahead of John.
Nowhere to go but down for Eden's Gate.
No way I could brave the roads like you.
You showed up at a bad time.
I bet John's losing sleep over you.
I got fishing gear with your name on it.
You're the real leader of the resistance.
If you're on your own, you should be careful.
I don't know how you're not afraid all the time. This is the beginning of the end for the cult.
If you fish more, you'll be healthier.
You're starting to rattle some cages.
Are you fighting back against the Peggies? You're damaging John's peace of mind.
You've been doing the Lord's work.
Hope you keep your tackle box neat.
Sure am glad to see you out and about.
You look like you've gone to hell and back.
I hope you know what you're doing.
You're making yourself at home, ain't you?
You're taking care of the people who matter.
There's no shame in saying yes.
I love how you mess with that cult.
I bet you're looking for your team.
You looking for someone in a uniform?
You're really motivating the resistance.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You tried to arrest Joseph?
They always want you to confess.
Hey, thanks for setting a good example.
I hope no one you love is with John.
We could use some help, Deputy.
You here to join the resistance?
Whatever you do, don't tell John no.
Watch you don't get shot, stranger.
John's not a man you can run from.
Ain't nobody here but us sinners.
Please save Deputy Hudson.
You really got under John's skin.
John will want a confession out of you.
We all gotta pitch in and help, you know.
John's starting to pay attention to you.
Cult's gonna try and check your ID.
Hudson's in the valley somewhere.
Cult take someone from you too?
Thank God you work with the law.
Don't let the cult scare you away.
Don't atone, no matter what.
I know you're not from around here.
John's gonna try to break you.
Nice fishing weather we got.
You got a kind face.
They gave me a sin, too.
I hope you didn't confess.
You look like a good person.
You're pretty tough, ain't you?
That was something straight out of the Old Testament. Wrath, fury, vengeance, we saw it all. But I hope there's compassion in you, too.
I knew you were a hero. Saw your destiny hang on you like a coat. Thanks for what you did for this town. I saved a town once, too. Changes you, doesn't it, hero?
Way I hear it, they're 10 seconds away from putting up a statue of you in Falls End.
Thanks to you, we're alive, and we can start to heal the damage.
We're done living in fear of John Seed, and it's all thanks to you.
Thought for sure Falls End was doomed, but you proved me wrong.
John deserved worse. Thanks for taking him out.
I'd ask you to sign my gun for good luck, but maybe that's weird. Life's getting back to normal around here, and it's all thanks to you.
Helping people is its own reward. Thanks for saving the town.
You've done so much for us. Remember to do something for yourself.
Thanks for killing John. Now go get Joseph.
You got a lot of new friends because of what you did in Falls End.
Oh my goodness. Are you the one who freed Falls End?
I heard what you did for Falls End. Not too shabby.
Never really appreciated Falls End until you gave it back to us.
Still some Peggies left, but look around. We did it.
You'll be remembered for a long time. That's for sure.
I care about the Earth, not just Falls End.
We needed you to get us on the right track. Thanks.
Life's slowly getting back to normal, thanks to you.
Folks don't live in fear anymore. You made that happen.
Who's great at kicking the cult out of here? You are.
People won't forget what you did for Falls End.
You helped get my hometown back. Bless you.
Are you... Nah, couldn't be.
Eden's Gate tried to destroy us, but you had our back.
John's dead and I'm alive. And it's all thanks to you.
John Seed deserved to die. Good job.
I heard you saved Falls End, and I wanted to say thank you.
No John, no Bunker, and we got you to thank.
I don't have the words to express how grateful we are.
You pushed the cult out of the valley. We're all grateful.
John's dead and we're all still here. Thank you.
You really did right by us. Thanks.
What you did at Falls End was a goddamn inspiration.
Heard you fought for Falls End like a true American.
I bet killing John Seed felt real good.
You're just as famous as Clutch Nixon. Almost.
Wish I could bring John back from the dead so you could kill him again.
Falls End can be Falls End again. Thanks to you.
We were all trying to kill John, and you're the one that did it.
I'll never get tired of hearing about what you did in Falls End.
Next time we're in the Spread Eagle, drinks are on me.
Look who it is. The hero of Falls End.
John Seed is no more. Thanks.
I'll sleep easier, knowing you destroyed their bunker.
I heard someone freed Falls End. Was it you?
You killed John Seed for us. Thank you.
If it ain't the hero of Falls End.
You're the reason the Holland Valley is still on the map.
I didn't think we'd get rid of the Peggies till you came along. Heard that you helped out in Falls End, and I'm grateful.
Hey, I know you. You freed Falls End.
You're giving us our lives back. Thank you.
Don't stop until every last Peggy is dead and gone.
You know, you're all right for a government shill.
Freeing Falls End was a good thing. Thanks.
You impressed Mary May when you helped free Falls End.
You helped us get rid of John, but Joseph's still out there.
People kiss your ass yet for saving Falls End? I bet you feel real proud of yourself, don't you?
Thank you. From all of us in the Resistance.
They're gonna want payback for what you did to John.
I can't believe you're standing in front of me. Not many can put Bunker Destroyer on their resume.
The cult didn't stand a chance with you around.
Thanks to you, the cult can't do shit in the valley anymore.
I was real happy when I heard you freed Falls End.
Someone's gonna name a national holiday after you.
I wish I could have been there when you killed John Seed.
I can't thank you enough for all you've done.
Everyone here's real grateful for what you done.
Without John, the rest of the Peggies are fucked.
The Resistance can keep everyone safe now thanks to you.
Ding dong! John Seed's dead.
Wish I had a medal or a trophy for you or something.
If you weren't famous before, you are now.
Peggies are gonna want revenge for what you did to John.
You've made friends in Falls End because of what you did.
Wherever you're headed, I wish you luck.
Is it true you killed all the cultists in Falls End?
You put in work, Deputy. Thanks.
I hope there ain't a trace left of that bunker.
You're the new symbol of hope for the entire valley.
We're finally safe. Thanks, Deputy.
I guess freeing a town's off your bucket list.
You're a goddamn miracle. That's what you are.
Only you could have helped Falls End like that.
Thanks to you, we can start over.
Good riddance to John the Baptist.
How can we repay you for killing John Seed?
Cult wants to kill you because you helped Falls End.
Must have been nice to put a bullet in John.
Thanks to you, I can drink at the Spread Eagle again.
It's hard to put into words how great you are.
We can breathe easy in Falls End thanks to you.
I can't believe John's really dead.
I hope you danced on John's grave for us.
Eden's Gate can't come back from this.
I don't feel bad for celebrating John's death.
We'll make the most of this second chance.
You did good getting rid of that bunker for us.
You're giving us the chance to rebuild.
Hope you're okay after what you've been through.
Wow, you're still alive.
You killed John and made it look easy.
You're doing a good job cleaning up your mess. Isn't there a town that needs saving?
You're a hero to everyone in the valley.
Oh man, I heard about you.
Mary May's sure talking about you.
I don't know what we would have done without you.
You were there for us when we needed you.
You're the most famous person in the valley.
We owe it to the dead to keep going.
You're the star of some local gossip.
You'll always have a home here with us.
I'm still alive because of you.
You're like a famous person or something.
People are saying good things about you.
You've been working real hard.
I can't believe you're standing there.
I'ma tell my kids about you.
You're the textbook Good Samaritan.
So you're for real after all.
You're my new favorite person.
We should name the valley after you.
You saved a lot of people. I'm glad you dealt with that cult. You have to take out the father.
Thanks for letting us live again.
We'll always have your back.
You changed things for the better.
We're free to live normally again.
I'm gonna write a song about you.
People around here love you.
You come back and see us.